All right.
All right. We should
Hopefully
be back.
that's better.
Hopefully that works.
We'll give it a go. So
Let me get.
I'm sure everyone will have a quick 30-second ad again, but let me see. I do want to make sure I can hear ourselves. Yeah, we're up.
I need to get rid of that keg too.
I was like, what's that noise?
It's my kegerator.
Oh gosh, I keep forgetting the pies over there. I need to grab that and during the show. So
2? Nope, not 2. 1. There we go. I'll have Derek.
I will say
this
I
time.
am still buffering quite a bit.
Ooh,
Do you have?
range dropped. We got a lot. It might be my internet. Which, if it's my internet, I'm gonna have to go reset the router,
Ooh,
and that might take a while.
how long does it take?
Should only take like 10 seconds.
Yeah, but this has a node system,
Oh.
and so that has to.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I put it up there, if that light.
Oh,
will get
I was
better.
gonna say that did boost it.
Did it?
You're up to 32 now.
All right, that'll work.
4,000.
We'll see if that works.
Okay. Yeah. We'll hold steady for a moment. I'm even gonna refresh again just to make sure. Oh yeah, that looks way well. Now I'm buffering again.
It looked good for
I
a
was gonna
second.
say it looked good for a second. It was going so.
And we're back.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I wonder how.
Caleb, if the frames
that
drop, let us know. Site might be having internet issues. So,
And this is to go even further beyond.
You do it and to share it, so I'll share it, and this is what we get.
okay, great.
Hell yeah.
Bitchin'.
Thank you, VW.
Love it.
Anytime.
All right. So I think I finally got the show doc up even.
Yep.
All right.
And the frame rate is holding. So this feels like NASA over here. Like guys, we just dropped the frame rates.
Oh, God. The SLS is breaking off. I think it's a good thing, right?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
All systems go. All right. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and get started in the
Yep,
show.
I'm ready whenever. So no cold then?
I don't think I have a cold. Do you have a cold
Yeah.
open?
Well, I have one to go. Like I have a pre-master's cold and a post-master's cold. But for this episode, no.
All right.
I have nothing.
Which, nah, I don't. I don't either.
Good.
All right.
Don't want to burn out all of our colds.
I know. All right. We're going.
Do I need to do this?
Yep.
And then you do the big button?
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Coming to you live from the front porch. Welcome to In the Middle Podcast, a podcast about living life in the Midwest. So pour a glass, sit on your ass, and join the conversation as we talk all things sports, hobbies, and life's greatest conundrums. Mark,
Sight!
what's up, dude?
Not a whole lot. You bought some beers. Actually, I'll just let you tell the story while I read this label and try to figure out what this is. Because this says it's a blonde,
It doesn't taste
but
like
it
a blonde.
tastes dark.
Yeah, and it's like I thought it was just a light beer, but maybe it's not. I
It
don't know.
does say a blonde ale, 5.1 ABV in a 16-ounce can, 23 IBUs, locally crafted in Great Bend, Kansas, out of Dry Lake Brewing. So, yeah, tell me the story about this.
Yeah, so honestly, I never had Dry Lake until last year's Wicked Fest. And so when they came up, I got to know the guy really well. And I was like, dude, anytime I'm in Great Bend, I need to stop by and support y'all because you guys make great beer. And he was like, yeah, come on in and do it. And so Rachel and I, this isn't the first time we've had this because we had the darker beer.
Oh, sure.
Remember, I bought that great big bottle of
Yes.
it. And
Very dark.
Yeah, it was very dark, very heavy, but it was really good. And so I was like, I want to keep stopping in any chance I get, support a local brewer, because again, someday, Russell might have his very own brewery too. that dream is not dead yet. All right. And
as long as we have a podcast and breath in our lungs.
Yes, we're going to talk about a brewery in Russell. And so, and he might be a good resource for us later down the road. If maybe it's not a Russell.
He could also be a good resource for the podcast. Perhaps maybe you want to put
one of the
name
screams
right up here.
Yeah.
Or maybe right over there. I guess it's switched today.
Yeah. I mean, give us like 5 4-packs of this beer and it'll be up there for the whole season.
There you go.
So, Brandon, if you're listening to this, kick this little clip over to our friends over at Dry Lake. We're drinking the, is it the Monner?
I'm not gonna lie.
Manor
when
Blonde?
I first saw it,
Manor
I
Blonde?
think it's the Manor Blonde. But when I first saw it, I thought it said Moron Blonde.
I think it looks like Monon Blonde.
Yeah.
MONON.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. So, weird name. Love the beer.
Yeah, I
Really
will
like it.
say I'm not usually a huge fan of blondes. I could drink this.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, really good. So, thank you guys at Dry Lake down there in Great Bend, Kansas. Go check them out and support local brewers.
Yeah, exactly. Especially from Western Kansas.
Yes. Well, is it west? You mean the west side of Kansas?
The west side of Central Kansas.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Back to last week or week.
That's right. Which dropped in your podcasting things on proper schedule. Sipe is 2 for 2 this
Baby.
season. Will we go 3 for 3? Maybe even 4 for 4. We'll find out.
Yeah. Don't count any.
But I will say, first of all, PH in the building.
Yes.
A smaller crew today.
Yeah.
Because Fred has been stepping in, but no Fred today.
Yep.
And PD is still recovering from his surgery.
Yes.
So-
Yeah. PD had some work on the boys that he'd been needing taken care of for a little bit. So he's doing good though. He's just the surgery was a lot more intrusive than he thought it was going to be.
Right.
And so he's a lot more sensitive than he thought he was going to. So
Yeah.
PD, still miss you, buddy.
He will be back. We promise he's not dead.
Yes. Yeah. No, he's very much alive, still breathing. But Fred, I didn't tell him about tonight because I felt like I didn't want to almost shame him. Like, hey, come on over to the podcast again.
Hey, he did say to buy a 5th mic, and I did talk to my brother. Another callback to something we were talking about on a previous episode is I made the comment. He was just like, how much do you want? Like, you want me to give you like $100 bills? And I was like, yeah, you can do whatever. I said, usually the way we do our sponsorships is you either pay us up front, and then whenever we buy a new piece of equipment, we make sure to shout you out with that piece of equipment, plus whatever advertisement that, we do on the side. Or when we want a new piece of equipment, you buy it for us.
Yeah, and just ship it to the house.
Yeah. And so he hasn't decided which avenue he's going to go, but pretty soon we may have a new sponsor. Kersey, I won't shout him out yet because he hasn't paid for nothing yet, but might have that. Might have the brewery we mentioned at the top of the show.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Might
We're getting
have
there.
a fashion, sponsor that we do.
We're getting into the ad revenue here.
Yes, we're working on it.
Yes. Give you anything.
But not to completely bury all of our advertising leads and all of our supporters, we must, of course, thank our sponsors, Miss Hannah Haggard, Mr. Eric Rohr, and Mr. Joe Roth. Appreciate all of you guys. And, of course, our longest running supporter, Hunter Key, still over on Stripe. I got a notification of that the other day in my email of like, hey, do you know you have money sitting in Stripe? And I'm like, yes, I do, actually. Don't know how much, but I know it's Hunter's.
We're going to keep it.
Yeah, we're not letting that go. It's not like life insurance that's going unclaimed. We know where our money is, and we will come get it when we want it. Okay,
Yeah, damn it
so
straight.
leave us alone, Stripe. But yes, so thank you to all of our Twitch subscribers. Hannah just resubbed right before the show began, so thank you again, Hannah, for that. But of course, we have our official sponsor, McNary Chiropractic's Dad Joke of the Week, sponsored by McNary Chiropractic Family Health and Wellness here in Russell, Kansas. Go see PD, not right now because his boys are resting, for all of your chiropractic family needs. Sipe, what is our Dad Joke of the Week? Guaranteed to crack you up.
All right. I had a really good one, but then I read the second one, and it makes sense. So here we go. So a duck walks into a pharmacy and says, give me some chapstick and put it on my bill.
Ah, I see.
I see, said the blind man.
I feel like Fred would enjoy that one. So
Yes, of course. Now I know what I'm going to do the next time I'm at Midwest Health.
Just
Hey,
put
I
it
need some chapstick.
Just put it on my bill.
Put it on my
Put it
bill.
on my
Quack, quack. So, Sipe, I keep staring at this chocolate mousse pie over there. I'm going to go grab it while
Yes.
you do some house cleaning.
Yes. Housekeeping or cleaning?
What is it called? I don't know.
It'd be housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
This would be
the keeper of the house, the keeper of the keys, the Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Sipe, take it away.
Got it. So before we get started into our actual show with topics that we actually talk about, make sure to go over to Twitch, support us on Patreon, and join us in a Discord. You can check us out on all of our other socials and links by using the ITM Kansas handle. Don't forget to go by the merch store for shirts, hats, mugs, and more. And I have been thinking of some new ideas, okay? And I haven't put anything on paper yet or in Canva yet, but I have a couple things that it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. So I have one that's probably going to be late to the Masters, but it's going to be golf themed. Mm-hmm. And then I have another one that's going to be kind of an inside joke. We talked about it in our chat. So we're going to announce that one and then drop that one as well. And then I want to do a new just ITM logo that is a little bit more poppy and not like as I don't know. Like it's going to be a little bit more like in your face ITM. So
could I make a request too as well? In honor of this being the decade season. So as far as I'm concerned, you can wait until at least episode 8 or 9 to get this done. But can we get like a throwback, like 80s, 90s pastel looking ITM logo?
Yes.
Can we make that happen by the end of this season?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
1000%.
If there's a windbreaker jacket, I want it on that.
Holy crap. Hot pink.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be great. By the way, this pie is excellent. It melts in your mouth, not your hand.
Hell yeah. Rachel made it.
Fantastic. So
I think she made it anyway. I don't know. I'm going to say she did. So with that, oh, wait a minute. Mark, what are we talking about today? Shit.
Yeah. Well, it is our 3rd episode of our decade season.
Yes.
So as typical, what we're going to do this season is in topic number 2, we are going to talk about the decade matching the episode. So episode 3 means we're talking about the 30s with all the struggles and whatnot that we had to deal with as a nation and as a planet.
Yes.
Speaking of struggles, we're going to talk about our struggles and our generation's versions of walking uphill both ways in the snow with no shoes on. So
yeah,
all those things we had to deal with that the now generation will never have to deal with.
Yeah. Hardships, man.
Yeah. Just buckle up. And then speaking of planets, we're going to talk about a rocket launch today, where they're going, whether or not they'll find extra, terrestrial life, all that jazz. So it just all ties in perfectly because we're professional podcasters like that. And we didn't come up with these topics 5 minutes before the show happened.
No, we didn't.
Nope, sure didn't.
With that, topic number 1. So, hardships, man.
Yeah.
I don't think my kids even know what that word is.
No. I mean, they have it so easy. Everything's instant gratification. Actually, just a perfect example today.
Yeah.
I looked at my wife and I uttered these words. These words this morning, sitting in our basement, watching our kids dance and play. I said, sometimes I just miss the good old-fashioned radio.
Yep.
Because I have to DJ every time my kids are in the basement because they can have whatever song they want, whenever they want it, as many times in a row as they want it. And my generation didn't know what that was like unless you, at minimum, had the CD in the thing.
Yeah.
And you for the early part of your life, you didn't even have a remote. You'd have to go up and manually hit the back button or the repeat button to play that same song over and over. Mm-hmm. And on that CD, you only had maybe 10, 12 songs max, maybe. So
Some of us.
my kids don't know what it's like to just have to watch or watch a show, listen to music, and you just deal with whatever is on that particular channel, radio or television.
100%.
Somebody didn't listen to the top 40 with their tape player set to record the song.
Ah, yes.
So that they could have it
Yes.
We didn't have CDs until much later in my life. It was tapes that if you listened to them too much would garble and pull out, and then you had to use your pencil and put it back together. And then we had records, and if you lived in Earl Haggard's house, when you walked through the room that had the stereo, you had to walk with quiet feet so that you didn't skip the radio or didn't skip the record.
Yes.
And you can't listen to hard rock while you're tiptoeing through the living room.
Exactly.
At a jacked up, unacceptable level.
It was like a reverse silent rave. The music was loud, but you had to be silent.
So you're just not moving.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
This is the greatest song of my life.
Trying to move your head, but not your feet.
Yeah.
One of the things that kids nowadays just will not understand, and that is having to like go to the bathroom and then come back before, hey, the show's back on.
Yep.
That sheer panic that you had.
And heaven forbid you had to poop.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid you had to poop.
Yeah, but like the pee always waited to hit your bladder until like right at the last commercial, and so you're like running to the bathroom, running back. Yeah, they don't know what that is.
Nope.
Like the amount of commercials that they have is like skip in 30 seconds. You know?
Yep. Oh, and again, I'm basing most of this right now off of my very sassy, bossy 2-year-old daughter.
Oh yeah.
Which is, yes, she likes to think she gets what she wants when she wants, however many times she wants, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, even YouTube, like the second it goes to ad, it's Dad, and she starts screaming at me, and like she knows, like all of our kids like know like the skip timer, and they'll even like count down in excitement. Like that part's almost a fun little game, but she's still young enough to think like, no, you can skip this at any time.
What are you doing?
And it's like, Maggie, I'm sorry, this one's a 90-second ad. There's nothing I can do. And then there's a fit throw, and then as soon as it comes back on, like she's fine, she's good.
Yeah, it's like, oh, brain back on. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm fine. No more fit.
So along with just, yes, the TV and the music and commercials and ads and all that sort of stuff, another thing is obviously the instant gratification of like the internet being in your pocket. Not only in my early life did the internet not exist in the form that we know it now. So if you wanted to learn something like Sipe, if I came here and I was like, Sipe, I'm telling you right now, this particular thing is true. You would not be able to dispute me until you then got your mom to take you to the library to then check out a history book,
encyclopedia,
to go like look this up, read about it, research it, take notes so you could remember, because the next time you were going to see me probably wasn't going to be for like another week or whatever. And then we would finish the conversation that we're having about that. But then, you know, the internet did come along, but even still, you couldn't quite do the same thing because dial-up was a thing.
Dude,
and you could not be on the phone or the internet at the same time. Yeah. And now your phone is the internet.
Yeah. The worst was when you had to knowingly lie on like trying to get your Yahoo Messenger to... It's like, how old are you?
I am 18. Thank you.
Yeah. It was like, are you 18? 8-year-old me, like, yes. 1982 was my birthday, not 92.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And even to the internet, you felt like you had to, like, truly lie. So, like, you couldn't just say, like, January 1st, 1982. Like, no. Just scroll to the nearest year. You were like, no, I have to really be convincing.
It's going to be my actual birthday.
June 23rd of 57.
Yes.
Yeah. And you put that in on every single website. You were like, no, because they're tracking me and they'll know if I even get the date wrong.
What do you like? Old 70s trucks and shotguns.
Yeah.
And bird hunting with my dog. 8-year-old me.
Oh, and not only was the internet, you know, dial-up internet, couldn't be on the phone, stuff at the same time. The speed at which the websites would load, or heaven forbid, you start doing the illegal stuff, which none of us ever did.
No.
Which was downloading music.
Yeah. Napster.
And that one song, you know, Right There by Chingy, took 3-hour download.
Dude, 3 hours was fast. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
That was a 7.5 hour download at my house.
I had DSL, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
I was in a good household.
Not in Clyde, Kansas.
Yeah,
I tell you
not in
that.
Abilene, Kansas either.
All right, one thing to go along with that. Ringtones. So you mentioned something earlier about recording stuff off of the radio on the top 40. I wanted custom ringtones for people when they called me.
Yeah.
But
Every single person had their own individual ringtone.
But my mom and dad were too cheap to let me buy a 25 or 50 cent, whatever it was, ringtone. So I would record whatever song through a crappy HP desktop speaker.
That's right.
And then I would record it, and then that would be the ringtone.
Correct.
And I had to like name it in my phone, and it took up so much storage that like I couldn't have anything else as far as messages or voicemails go.
Yeah.
And so ringtones were a thing. You wanted them, but you didn't want to pay for them, so it took up all the space on your phone.
Which I'm noticing now, looking at my list, that a lot of my stuff is based on the fact that everything is just in your pocket now. So I'm going to sound very like old man, like, well, me, like all that. But speaking of just phones in general, you used to, be attached to the wall. So you couldn't just walk around and go places.
The furthest I could go in my house, the phone was on the wall in the kitchen. You could go this way down the hallway. I could go to the stairs going up to my.
So you had a decent cord, though.
Earl Haggard again.
Like a 20-footer?
Yeah.
Yep.
And like, but I remember.
I think my longest cord was 10.
Yeah, 6 at the
and
most,
I could go
dude.
to mom and dad's bedroom, but like as far as anything else, like that was it.
And heaven forbid you had like the 2-foot cord and you'd have to like literally like sit at the desk where the phone was.
Like, put your hand on your
you couldn't
elbow.
even lay on the ground.
No. Just like head propped with your elbow against the wall.
Yeah. And not to mention phone privacy is at any given point, someone could just pick up the other end. And if they were really quick with that receiver, you'd have no idea they were there. And they could listen in on your conversations. And
Yeah. And your brother literally just said that, which is hilarious.
Yeah, see?
They're on the same wavelength.
Exactly. He probably was listening to me talking to all my middle school girlfriends back then.
So speaking of hardships with phones, though, in our day, not having like just to not remember phone numbers.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The amount of phone numbers you had to remember, or you had to go back to the phone book, which phone books was our thing. Like a 5-pound book that all it was numbers and ads.
And landed
I kid
on
you
your
not.
front porch without fail every year.
Yes.
You did nothing. It just showed up.
I kid you not. We've all kind of been doing some office spring cleaning today. We just threw away a bunch of yellow pages.
No way.
Just today.
Holy crap.
They were all stored in a file. I think the oldest one was like 2003.
Wow.
Yeah.
2003.
They were all stored in a desk drawer.
Yep.
I guarantee if I would look or actually unpack something, that there would still be the little red 2003 phone book from Russell that had all of my mother's names, like everything, everybody she called,
like penciled.
it was in pencil because we can't put it in pen because we have to erase it if they change their number or move or die.
Which it might happen. Yeah, the number might change. Yeah. Cross out. Whoop, there's another one gone.
Another one bites the dust.
So, quick little aside. My favorite name in the Hayes phone book. Her name was Heine, and her last name was Herbig. But obviously, in the phone book, they go last name
Herbig
first.
Heine.
Yes. And the reason why I saw it is because of my last name.
Hurdle.
And I was just like, oh my God, like Herbig Heine.
Oh my God.
Her parents must hate.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, it was great. Also, Brett, great comment that I kind of forgot about in the recesses of my brain. But yeah, instant death if you picked up the phone while mom was on her conference call for work.
Oh, yeah.
And she would pre-warn us. She's like, I have a conference call at 5:30. It's going to be 30 minutes long. Nobody is allowed to pick up the phone. And heaven forbid if you forgot, oh man, you were dead. Dead.
Just gone. End of life.
You literally became eviscerated like when Thanos does the snap in the Avengers. Like you just turned to dust.
See ya. So one of the crazy things about phone books, though, real quick, because I wanted to try to look up my old phone number from Waukeeta, and I searched on the internet, just like, surely Grant County would have a phone book from 2002, right?
Yeah. Nope.
Cannot find documentation of a phone book ever. Like, our grandkids are going to be like, Granddad was a freaking liar. Like, there was not a thing as a phone book. Like, they're all going to be gone, wiped away from this earth, because they're going to be like fuel for somebody's house fire, like to warm them, because they were so big. But yet they're not in any records that you can search.
Right.
Like, I cannot search of what my phone number was when I was a kid on the internet.
Because it was all on paper. Nobody digitized that.
But so it never existed to the future generations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's going to be like, yeah, that's not a thing. A phone book? We just save it in your phone.
Which, by the way, not only was everyone's phone numbers listed, but so was your address.
Yeah, I know.
Which is also like,
Yeah.
Kind of wild.
yeah,
And like if you lived next door to the church, like some of us did, like there would be the church, and then there would be the parsonage.
Yep.
And sometimes it would say parsonage, sometimes it would say the actual name of the pastor or whatever. So it just depended on where we were at the time.
So, and
yeah, if someone ever crossed you, you could just look them up in the phone book. I'm going to go slash their tires.
I'm going to go slap them at their front door.
I'm going to ding dong niche them so much.
What is the last phone number that you remember?
So I just thought
I
of this.
actually know a lot of them.
I just had to remember. It came to me when we were talking about it. The last house phone that I remember was my mom and dad's, or ours, from Clyde. It was 785-446-3229. And the only reason I can say that is because they, in 2014, finally got rid of their landline, because all it was used for was telemarketers.
I will say, I'll say this one confidently because they're dead, which are my grandparents, but 785-625-3222.
3222. Oh, that's a good one.
Our house in Abilene doesn't exist anymore, so it's okay. 785-263-3129, and the church was 263-2629.
29. Nice.
Why is it sending two chats? I have no idea, Brett.
Ooh, that's weird.
I'm only getting one chat. Maybe read Fresh or Twitch or something. Looks good on my end.
Maybe stop drinking so many beers.
Which, by the way,
Seeing two chats.
if you're listening to this in audio form, you can check us out at twitch.tv/ITM Kansas.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay, let me write that down too.
Okay.
Speaking of,
Go for it.
number 2, pencil sharpening.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I mean, do kids even have to sharpen pencils anymore?
Do kids even use pencils anymore?
What?
Yeah.
Unreal.
It's all the, what do you even call those? The
mechanical pencils.
mechanical, yeah.
0.7 is the best lead, just saying. 0.5?
0.5.
Ooh.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyway.
Don't give me no nonsense.
Okay. Here's another one. Did you guys ever get flooded, like, at certain parts of the year with door-to-door salesmen?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, to this day, my mom still has the vacuum.
I was going to say,
From
Which
the-
one? Which one?
It's
it
like
the
Starts with a K?
I don't remember, but it's big and silver.
And
I'll send you a
metal.
picture. Yes.
Kirby.
A
Kirby vacuum.
Yeah, Brett, you might know.
The head comes off, twists off, and you could stick a hose into it. And the demonstration that they did at the door was that they would vacuum seal packages of clothes, so it would save space in your closet. I remember this. I was like 6 years old, 7 years old.
Yeah.
I still remember the whole demonstration.
But that thing is like,
Still works.
it's legit.
Yeah.
It still works to this day.
Yes.
see, ours was an Electrolux.
Katie and I have been through, I think,
1200
probably 5 or 6 vacuums since we've been married.
Damn.
So we're
And didn't you have a Dyson too?
We've had multiple Dysons.
Oh wow. Not a good look, Dyson.
Nope. Particularly the ball ones with the giant ball on the back.
Yeah, we still have ours, but we did get one of the ultralight. I don't think it's Dyson, but it's a super small one, and we use it all the time. It's awesome.
Is it a shark?
No,
I think
it's
we
not
have a shark right
I
now.
don't think so. Anyway, what's another one? Gosh dang it! I had one.
You'll like
Need to
this
write
one
it down.
because I guarantee you this has happened to all of us at one point in time in our lives. We've also technically done this to all of our kids, probably. Well, obviously not here, but
haven't done it to your children.
you probably have and will at some point in time. if mom or dad forgot to pick you up from practice, you'd either have to walk or just wait till they remembered. But our kids don't know what that's like. I have forgotten my kids before, but I've gotten that phone call from the coach on the phone. And, hey, you going to come pick up Mary Kate from basketball practice? It's like, oh, sorry, didn't know she was there.
Yeah,
I came home and everyone was gone.
So 2 problems with that with me. The only time I had to do that was if I practiced over in Clifton and I missed the bus for whatever reason.
Ooh.
That was 7 miles away.
Yeah.
But normally I was just always in walking distance of whatever school or whatever bus drop off. So that for me never did happen. But I will say if it did, and I remember one time, man, maybe this is something that's a hardship, that when you lost your mom and dad in Walmart.
Yes. And they'd call them over the intercom.
You went to, like right away, you just go to the intercom.
Which, do we still train kids to do that?
I don't think we do.
No.
And that's on us.
We don't. Because I had a kid yesterday who was in our clinic for an extra thing that happens in our clinic. He was visiting with somebody. He was supposed to be done at 11. At 10 till, he came up to my window and said, "Can you call so-and-so and tell them to come pick me up because my dad forgot?" And I was like, okay, so what's your phone number? You know, because I don't know this kid from Adam.
Yep.
So he gives it to me, and then like he pauses on the last 4.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Right?
no.
And he's like, da 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 da. Da. Thankfully, I have other ways to look up information.
Right.
So I did that, saw that he was a number off, called said parent. She's like, he wasn't supposed to be done till 11, but his dad is on his way. I was like, thank you. But he had no idea
What the phone number was.
what the phone number was.
We do teach our kids that.
And
Our kids all know Katie's number.
and did not know how to like confidently ask for help
Yeah.
with somebody in that he didn't know.
Yeah, we were trained like as soon as you can't find mom and dad at Walmart, you go to the front desk, the help desk.
You know
That's
how many
right.
times Earl Haggard was paged?
Paging Jody Sipe. Chris is here at the front desk, and she would just like get embarrasses all hell.
Yeah.
I would just ask people. I'm like, have you seen a tall bald man with a hat? You know, 'Cause
It was
usually-
actually, I'm not going to lie, I got lost, a handful of times. I will say, after about the second or third time it happened, then it almost became like fun. Like, oh, yes, I got to go on the intercom. Like, Mom, come get me.
Shit, that was Mark again.
I'm at registered 10. Fantastic.
Oh shit.
Another one, this also moderately goes back to the phone, but having to print out the MapQuest directions, and then, because again, we've all been there, you get yourself to where you need to go, you forget to print how to get
back
out of where you go. And my favorite example of this, my favorite one of all time, I was so damn proud of myself, right? Is I went to a Dane Cook comedy show in Kansas City to the Sprint Center with my cousin Nick. I MapQuested to get us there. We were excited. We got there. It was a great show. I literally high-fived Dane Cook. I was in the third row.
Yeah.
He entered right in by me. High five. Greatest moment of my life. And then we get to the car.
Greatest, damn it.
Yeah. And then we get to the car, and I go to pull out, and of course, like traffic's like crazy.
Slammed. Yeah.
And then it occurs to me, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm in downtown Kansas City. I did not in any way, shape, or form pay attention to how I got here because I was just having my cousin shout directions at me.
Yep.
And I don't have the MapQuest directions to get out.
back.
And so you know what I did? I kind of used my sense of direction, and I was like, I'm pretty sure we came in this way. I'm just going to start driving this direction. And then it was but a couple minutes later, and I see like a sign that said like I-70 West. And I was like,
Hey, that's us.
where we need to go.
That's us.
And I got on that road, and I stayed on that road. And next thing you know, like it's like, Topeka, 40 miles or whatever. And I was just like, I did it. I'm the smartest man alive.
So that would have been like 2008 ish.
8, 9.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Okay. You do know there's a thing. It's about yay big. About like
No,
this.
I know what an
It's
atlas is.
That,
Yes.
that most people used to have in their cars. at all
Children
times.
do not have
Yes.
those in their car.
No,
Very true.
They don't. But parents did, and they would look at them all the time. And my mother could get you anywhere from any point, any direction. Like I am like Joey from Friends. I get in the map.
Yes.
Because I don't know directions. I'm not.
Oh, I love him.
My sense of direction is
correct,
stunted at best. So I like to get in it, and then I would be in the front seat trying to navigate for Dad, and he would be like, "Well, where are we going?" I was like, "We only have to go like this far," and he's like, "No."
How far is that?
I'm like, "It's a quarter of an inch." He's like, "No, that's not how that works." I'm like, "Are you sure?"
But it is if you knew what the miles per inch were, because they had those on those maps too.
Right. But I didn't.
See?
Paula Haggard did, but I didn't.
Yeah.
But I remember I was 20, in my mid to late 20s, working in Sand Springs. I missed my turn to go back to my house in Tulsa. I was working the night shift, so I was like 11:30 at night.
Oh,
I
crap.
had no idea where I was. I called my mother. I'm like, you got to help me figure out how to get home. She's like, what do you want me to do?
Give me a second.
I said, pull out your stupid atlas that's right next to your couch and tell me where to go.
Yeah.
So, you know how they have the big cities?
Yes.
The little box?
Yep.
Yep. Mom used the little box.
The zoom in of the city. Yep.
And got me home just fine.
And I will say this, like my dad obviously is a trucker, and so he like knows how to read atlases and all that sort of stuff. I know what an atlas is. I probably could have had one at any given point in my life if I would have just said, "Hey, do you have one?" He probably would have chucked 19 of them at me. But the point is I didn't have one, and I will forever just say like that was my dad's navigation, like seeping through me genetically to be like, I'm going to get you out of downtown Kansas City where you don't know, First Street from A Street. And managed to get out like literally in 5 minutes.
So I did something similar when I was 18. Me and my buddy, we just graduated high school, and we went skydiving in, oh, dang it. I knew I was going to forget the town's name. It's just south of Topeka. Little bitty town, though. And we map quested it. We printed out the map quest to get there. And then on the way home, I was like, you want to go a different way? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I'm pretty sure Topeka's that way, which is just north. And so we, again, just like without any directions, went to Topeka, got on I-70 and started heading that way. And I was like, shit, I know how to do this. We don't need any directions.
My grandpa was always like,
oh, Lowry City. That's what it was.
follow, whichever direction the sun is, that's the way you need to go or whatever.
Yep.
It's like if you know which direction you're going, you'll get there eventually.
Right.
And I remember
You're like mapping out stars.
Yeah.
when we had first gotten
Was that smoke over there?
when we had first gotten GPS for the truck, and it was like the old like TomTom or whatever that like you stuck on your window.
Yep.
We had used it, and it was right after we had merged into one conference. So we were in Nebraska. Dad and I had no idea where we were. We put in on the GPS that we wanted to go home because home was mapped down there. Like just go home. It takes us on a dirt road through a cemetery, all of these things. And Dad just looked at me. He's like, what is happening here? And I said, I don't know, but we're just going to keep going this direction because we'll get there eventually. He's like, you are not your grandpa. I'm like, but today I am because we're just going to keep driving because we'll get there eventually.
Yep. Was it Home, Kansas? There's a town called Home.
Oh, no.
Kansas.
We were trying to get back to Russell, Kansas.
Oh, shoot. So real quick, we just opened up a new beer, Cheyenne Bottoms Up by Dry Lake. And this one is a American lager. So
smooth and crisp craft American lager. 5.3 ABV, 8.2 IBUs in a 6-ounce can.
Yeah. 16. 16
Sorry, 16.
Yeah.
Well, no, I ended up getting distracted because I was looking at this beer bottle that says independent craft on it out of the Brewers Association.
Yeah.
So it's certified.
Oh, it is certified.
Very nice.
Dang it. I had a thought when you were talking. That's a Kansas thing, by the way, when you were talking about directions and like just drive to where the sun is. I didn't realize it was a Kansas thing until I started traveling more. And like every time I'd go to a new place, if I had questions about where the directions were, because like if I drive there or got there when there was no sun or when it's cloudy, it's really hard for us to tell direction at that point, right? And we I don't know if you know this, but like innately when you live in the Midwest, like you live your whole life based off of direction. So at least I do. Like everything is east, everything is west, everything is north, everything is south. And everywhere I go, I'm always like, my compass is always on.
Right.
And so I went up to our training center in Chicago, and there's this old West Virginia boy right next to me who's a safety guy too. And I was like, yeah, dude, we just need to go east down the road down to our hotel. And he's like turning around. He's like, how'd you know that was east? I was like, dude, this is like my 15th time to the training center. How do you not know that that's east? And he was like, oh, I don't know. We don't go by direction. And I was like, well, that makes sense because you live in a mountain, and the mountain you just go up or down the mountain. Like, and he was like,
in a holler or out of a holler,
right? And they actually do say holler.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yeah, like I don't see how they live without knowing what direction they're headed.
Yeah.
Like, it's so wild to me.
I will say I am proud. We do work with our kids, and we try to teach them like the streets and what direction you need to go. And I was even trying to explain like, so you do north, south, east, west of like, okay, like if we were going to go to Maymo's house, like which way do we go? And Belle's like, oh, well, we go this way. And I'm like, okay, so that's east. So like if you're in Russell anywhere, as long as you know where Maymo's house is, if it's that way, you know that is east. And then obviously if you're going away from Maymo's house, that's west. And, like, and explaining that sort of stuff to her. And that's one of those things too, where like, yes, obviously if you get a bagpo over your head, someone spins you around 3 times and drops you in the middle of a, wheat field, you might not immediately know, like if it's cloudy or nighttime or whatever, which way's which.
Right.
But sooner or later, you'll come across, a landmark, the sun, whatever it is, and then you'll be able to be like, oh, I know where I need to go.
Have I ever told you the story about my well, you were there at my birthday party.
Yes.
The birthday party that Rachel blindfolded me and tried to like drive me around town.
Yeah, I think you said it on the podcast.
Have I?
Actually.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was such a funny freaking experience.
Now we're going down this street.
Yep.
Oh, now
and
you turned west.
She even tried to take me out of town, and I was like, yeah, I know he's like, now we're coming. We went out of town. We took a left to go west. Now we're coming back on Main Street. I can feel the brakes underneath the car. Like, it was hilarious. When she finally got in the parking lot, just did a bunch of circles, and I was like, all right, now I'm lost.
We had a lady come in yesterday. She was with a new patient, but she was like, if you had to eat somewhere in town, would you eat at Wadby's? And Lacey and I were like, yeah. She goes, how do you get there?
Oh, head north.
Okay. Right? So Lacey's all, if you go, this street runs east and west, and da-da-da. And I'm like, just go here, turn this way, and go that way.
Yep.
And come to find out, the lady was from Pennsylvania.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Right on the border of Pennsylvania and Ohio.
No idea what directions are.
Exactly.
Yep.
And having grown up there, I know the exact same thing. I'm like, because I didn't know in Russell my directions until I worked at the sale barn.
Oh, no kidding.
No kidding. Mm-hmm. Because you load in on the north side and
Yep.
load out on the south side.
Yep. And then if you have those two.
If you're sitting in the block, which is where I always was.
Yep.
Now, if I was not in the block, not a clue. But if I was sitting in my spot, this is north, this is south.
Yep.
There you go. Brett mentioned a really good one in the chat, which is also one of mine, which is you have to go to the store to buy or rent a movie or a video game. And sometimes they wouldn't have it, first and foremost, which would always be disappointing.
Heartbreaker.
When you're like, oh, guys, we're going to go rent Gladiator tonight. Yep. And then you go, and even though there's literally
1,400 of them gone.
They're all gone. The entire city rented that movie that day, and you would just have to wait until next Friday, which is great. And this was actually a rite of passage that I'm so sad does not exist anymore.
When you got your own video card?
No.
Oh.
So you wouldn't understand this because you don't play video games. But one of the most exciting, most hyped up things you could ever be a part of was a midnight release.
Game drop.
And so you would whatever, the new Halo or the new Call of Duty or the new whatever was coming out at midnight on April 2nd. And right now, if this was happening, there would be a line out the door down the block of the local GameStop, movie gallery, Blockbuster, wherever it was you bought your game, Walmart.
Yep.
And there would be a line, and all it would be is everybody like huddled together.
Because it's always cold as shit.
Yeah.
It was always cold.
But everyone's huddled together, and what you're doing is you're like, hey, did you see the trailer like that dropped for this game? Oh, well, I read in Game Informer, the magazine that I get brought to my house, that it's going to have this new feature, which has never been seen before in video game history. And you're all just sharing and like hypothesizing what this game is about to be.
Yes.
And here was something else that the kids will never get the gratification of doing, is you would take that game, which came on a disc, like a CD compact disc, and you would go home and you'd put it into your gaming console of choice, and it would instantly boot up and you would start playing. But now you have to like wait 4 hours for it to download and all that sort of stuff. So that was disappointing. But like the excitement of like, who could be, first of all, there first, like in line, because when the doors opened at 12 o'clock or the register, you know, turned on at 12 o'clock, you get it, you run home and you want to be the first one to start like grinding that game. And heaven forbid you're one of those kids who like had to wait in line for 2 hours and now you're 2 hours behind your friends who are already on level 30.
Yeah, they're done with the game.
Yeah.
I'll beat it.
Yeah.
You want my copy?
But like that was such an exciting time. And same thing with like movies, like if they had midnight releases of, you know, whatever, was like going and having those experiences.
Yeah.
And now like, yeah, you still get like drops. Like the video game I play currently, like they just had like their season 10 release, which like that was exciting, but it's not nearly the same as like, again, standing in line, theorizing how quote unquote game changing this is going to be. And yeah, it was so much fun.
See, and that's almost like a hardship that's actually a better time than what it is now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like the hardship was to wait, which in retrospect nowadays is probably a good thing.
Yep.
Which I was gonna say, the hardship was like you didn't. Well, for us living in Waukeeta, we were 40 miles away from the closest Blockbuster, the closest thing. So whatever movie we got to rent was, first of all, VHS. And it was in our local store that they had like 20 movies to select from that we could rent.
And the worst part was when the previous owner didn't rewind it. So now you had to wait an additional the whole 5 minutes.
Yes. After you already waited literally a month after the VHS has come out.
That extra 5 minutes was the worst.
You're like, what are we doing here? Yeah. Like, damn it. I know it was a George's. The George's just rented this. I saw them take it back before I rented it. George's freaking stop being lazy butts and just rewind this tape. What are you doing?
Rewinder.
Yeah, you have one. I know you do. I've seen it. I was at your house last night.
Sorry. To go back to the last one with the video games, I have to read this from Brett in the chat. I remember I was riding with Dad to Oklahoma City, again, truck driver.
Yep.
When Guitar Hero showed up at our house and you called to say you got it, and then I cried because I knew you were at home playing by yourself all day. Which, by the way, could still rock Guitar Hero.
Well, and
with
you
the
did.
best of them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mastered that shit.
Before he even got home. Mark's gonna be so much better at that.
Already beat it.
Here we go.
I've unlocked all the songs for you.
And the red button doesn't work anymore.
No, I took good care of my stuff.
Oh, that's good.
I do have two more, but I don't want to step on any toes.
Make them quick. We got to get into topic number 2.
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to walk you through this process. If you wanted to capture a moment on picture or video, you'd have to carry around a bulky camera.
Yep.
Then you'd have to go either get the film developed at a photo booth or transfer the footage yourself onto your computer and put it onto a memory card. Plus, you didn't know if the photos or videos would be any good because there was no way to look at it or edit it in real time. Also, if you decided to edit said picture or video, it was a much more painful process that essentially required a college computer degree.
In an acid bath.
In college, the reason I never had any money was because I was always turning my film in at Walmart.
Yep.
It wasn't because of Starbucks. It wasn't because of anything like that. Because God knows we didn't have that in McPherson, Kansas when I was in college. It was because I was taking pictures with my camera, and I needed to have them developed right then. I couldn't wait until Mom and Dad took them home, and we could do it then, and Dad could pay for it. No. I had to have it now.
One of my favorite Facebook albums that like I still leave on my Facebook to this day. One for the nostalgia of it, but also just like to remind me of a time like this. We had an awesome, epic college party. And this was before smartphones, or at least like in the infancy of smartphones where most people still did not have it. And I had like a, standard Polaroid camera or whatever, snap pictures throughout the entire night. Like an entire roll of film was wasted on this party. And I developed those photos. And what I did not know in the moment was that like someone had smudged the camera lens.
Yes.
So all the photos have a very visible like fog on them from someone's fingerprint that was greasy and dirty from their, Wendy's French fries earlier that night.
Yep.
And so all of those photos, while you can still see who it is and you can tell what's going on, like they look terrible because it's just a cloud.
Yep.
And
I was just thinking about albums. The only albums
pull it up
I
for
have
you.
on Facebook is from my state track meet in 2010 and my regional track meet from 2010 and a football game from Blue Valley. I have no idea why.
Here, pass this to Hannah.
I can see
Yes.
Did you see?
Dude, and by the way, you were Dane Cook, by the way.
Well, technically in that photo, I'm Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach. But
Yeah, but
yeah, every single photo right there in the center, giant smudge.
yes.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
Okay, so then the last one, and again, you will both greatly appreciate this. You ready?
Yep.
Ready?
You actually had to jump through hoops to talk to a member of the opposite sex. First of all,
What hoop?
you would have to speak to them face to face. If you wanted to talk to someone, you had to like open your mouth.
And talk.
You would have
Like
to
the natural
you would have to
way.
exercise your vocal cords
Yep.
and make conversation and hope you didn't sound like a complete and total idiot. Then, if you were lucky enough to get that person's phone number, and this is especially true for guys,
Yep.
you then would call them and hope you didn't lose that number on your way home, because that's
Yes.
also happened too. Or if they write it on your hand, you have to try not to sweat, which is like sweat inducing.
It's already done.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But then when you called them, you would risk their dad or their older brother answering the phone and then giving you the fifth degree.
Yeah.
Who are you? What do you want? Why are you calling Hannah?
Yep.
Like all that jazz.
So what's funny is this wasn't all that long ago.
Nope.
Rachel in 2008 gave me her phone number on a piece of paper that I had to keep in my pocket, and then I had to get home to then call her. And luckily, it was her cell phone. She had a cell phone when she was a sophomore. I did not. I called off of my house phone, which was we had an extra phone in the basement, which was in my room. But that phone in
Was
the
it
basement.
wireless at least?
No.
No?
It was on the wall. It was on the wall. And
Let's go.
it was still dial.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It was still dial.
I love the rotary phones.
Yes.
Love the rotary phone.
I loved it, dude.
I also love my clear phone that you could see all of the inside.
Yes, those were the cool
That
ones.
was the best.
But that was in 2008, dude.
Yeah.
Like 2008.
It's not that long ago.
No,
20 years almost.
I know, but like, that's not that long ago. And now my kid doesn't even know what a rotary phone is.
Yep.
Like it's wild. Anyway,
Which
all right.
this has nothing to do with hardship, because now it's just texting or Snapchat or whatever. But
Yeah.
MSN, AOL, like
Yeah.
I asked
chatting
Rachel
on that.
if
Actually, that was stressful, having to find the perfect away message
yes.
to convey all of your thoughts and feelings in a
Yep.
mysterious but cool way.
Yep. Yep.
Stressful. And then
MySpace top 10.
Going back to the video games, and I hate that I'm gonna utter these words because, like, looking back in retrospect, like, talk about not having any sort of humane knowledge of like the true horror of what this word means. But I'm gonna read it verbatim as Brett said in the chat. Screen raping a Halo game having to hang a bed sheet from your ceiling.
Because you're watching your Halo,
you're cheating
on the map.
You're cheating because you're all playing on the same TV, and it's a split screen. But yeah, we used to call it screen raping.
Screen raping.
Like, God, we were dumb.
Yep.
Dumb.
And
we didn't call it cheating. We didn't call it like any other normal thing. You're screen raping me.
Yep. It was back before everybody knew
and
kind
back
of sensitivity
then,
stuff.
That was like the greatest sin you could commit as a video game player was getting caught screen raping.
Well, it matches.
Oh my God.
It matches.
We need to go to topic 2.
Yes. All right. Topic number 2. 1930s.
We don't know hardship.
No.
We joke like we know hardship, but compared to this, we knew
really
nothing. No.
So let's go through just a few things in the 1930s because the 30s were rough. We talked about it last episode, but holy cow! So first of all, we're still in the Great Depression going into the 30s. So there was no money.
Nope.
We had zero money. Everybody had zero money.
Famine and poverty everywhere.
Except for the Rothschilds. Have you guys heard of this family? Still like super prominent.
The Rockefellers?
No, Rothschild.
Oh.
Yeah. Whole different family.
Okay. No.
They're like under incognito billionaires all across the world right now. Anyway, that's a whole different, that's going to be our conspiracy topic someday, which we're going to have, and it's going to be great. No, so in the 1930s, no money, and then we had the Dust Bowl, and then we also had the grasshopper, the grasshopper invasion,
grasshopper plague, dust plague.
Yeah, it was terrible times. I mean, there were people that were. I think that's when like the hobos and stuff started hopping on rail cars and just trying to live, right? You hardly could get a job anywhere, so you just lived off of nothing, anything that you could grow, anything that you had before, which was just, that's what you had. And so, yeah, the 30s, in all sense of purposes, was a rough time to live in.
Yep.
But there were also some good things that were happening in the 30s too.
There was.
So, Hannah, you've talked about the jazz. There was a couple of jazz people in the 30s, big stars.
Duke
right?
Ellington, Benny Goodman, all of the great jazz players that I used to play when I was in high school jazz band.
Yes.
Like those are all the ones that I listened to. Just, it's great. They're also, that was when radio dramas debuted as a way to distract people from what was going on. And as someone who lived with a father who loved radio dramas, we listened to him a lot.
There you go.
Which is really funny to think back on now because that's just what like podcasts that are stories.
It's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like even like I've listened to literally dramas of podcasts. And that's exactly what it is. But I can just hit play whenever I want to instead of having to tune it in.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious how just like stuff repeats itself.
It was the new era of movies too, with Gone with the Wind and The Wizard of Oz. I was actually talking to somebody today. They did not realize that The Wizard of Oz was done in 1939. They thought it was like in the 1950s.
Really?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
No, 1939.
Yep.
I promise. This is correct.
Which makes sense though. Like when you look or watch the old movie, like it's definitely the 30s.
Oh, I'm sure it was filmed on location in Kansas. That's what it looked like, people.
With our yellow brick roads and our cities of emerald.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of barter back in the 30s was probably something that is just something like we can't even think about nowadays because again, people had no money, so it's literally like, what can I trade for something else that we need? And so, just thinking about like the lifestyle of the 30s versus today, where literally everything's just money, and it's not even paper money anymore. It's just numbers on a balance sheet. And so thinking of like how honestly kind of cool that would be too, in some ways, of like living with just what you needed at the time, and being able to barter, hey, I'll do this for this. It's really fun to think about. I mean, obviously it probably wasn't fun for them at the time, because we live in a very just bougie lifestyle compared to what they do.
I wish I could just barter stuff now.
But you say that, but it might be a lot harder to get what you need.
I just mean, like, I know what I can offer people, and money ain't it. So it would be nice if I had an ulterior option.
Right. If it was worth something to somebody else. Like, that's the hard thing.
Right, yeah. You have to... what might be worth a lot to someone might not be worth much to someone else. But that's what I mean, is I feel like I could find... I'm a people person at heart, to the point where it's like, what can I do for you to make this worth it, type of a thing.
Yep. We had people like Amelia Earhart, shout out, Kansas girl,
who disappeared in 1937.
Yeah, maybe.
She did.
Well, I think she disappeared, but I think she was alive for a long time.
Yes, I'm saying that is when she disappeared.
Yeah.
1937?
Mm-hmm.
And then... Bonnie and Clyde.
Yep.
In the 30s.
And everybody assumed it was him.
Yeah. Bonnie was kind of a bitch. I'm just saying. She was manipulative. She was the one that was calling the shots the whole time, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, ladies wear pants. That's all I know.
They have the power. And then we had Hindenburg disaster.
Yep.
Which, if it wasn't for that disaster, I honestly think the world would look drastically different. I mean, we're talking about almost 100 years ago in the 30s. And Hindenburg was a huge blimp, essentially, that was fueled by hydrogen.
Yep.
And then after that, everybody was like, no, hydrogen. And now today we're finally like, well, actually, hydrogen is really good as long as you put safeguards in place.
Right.
To make it not blow up. As long as you don't
put fire by it.
Right. Like, holy shit, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then one of the things that was noted also in the 30s, first sightings that gained like super stupid popularity, the Loch Ness Monster was happening in the 30s. Like,
I missed that note.
There's that grainy ass picture. Mm-hmm. Again, you would think back to like maybe the 50s, right? Like how my brain worked anyway. Like, oh no, that was in the 30s. Holy shit! And so, I mean, we're kind of setting the stage here, right?
Yep.
The thing to do, right, was dance crazes, which that's funny that continues to be a thing.
So. Well, swing started taking over jazz, and then for you more cultured folk, the tango became popular.
The tango?
30s. Yes, the tango became popular in the 30s.
Also, the Lindy Hop and the Jitterbug.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which somebody today at work was like, what in God's name is the Lindy Hop? And I was like, do you not watch Dancing with the Stars?
So honestly, I don't know if I know the Lindy Hop. I know the Jitterbug, but...
The Lindy Hop is very similar to the jive.
Okay.
It's just a different iteration of it.
Yes.
Marcus, if you want to know what I just did, watch twitch.tv/TMK.
Because I do watch Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Franklin D. Roosevelt was president during this
Greatest president of all time.
Terrible time, though, of just the economy and everything else. Started a lot of work programs. We built a lot of bridges. We built a lot of roads. We built a lot of... wasn't when the Hoover Dam was built, was it? Was it?
If
is
it
this
was,
what it started?
I missed that note too.
It might be in the 40s.
In the 40s, okay.
Oh, I lie. April 20th, 1931.
31, yeah, okay.
That's what I do.
That's what I was thinking. And so there's arguments to be made whether like that helped. It definitely helped at the time, but...
It was a $49 million project that finished 2 years ahead of schedule.
The Hoover Dam?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying like the government assisted jobs, like whether or not we should continue to be doing that as much as we are or not. Like at some point, let free business be free business. But anyway, that kind of is what jump started the whole, like, we need to create jobs for our people in the country. Again, and that can be debated nonstop. We're not going to do that on this show. One of the questions, though, so the stage is set, right?
Okay.
Hannah, you had a question
I was gonna say, I
about...
have other fun facts, but we'll see if they come up in the questions.
You had a fun fact.
I have multiple fun facts.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We love
Well,
a fun fact.
It's at the top of my list. I'm just going in the order in which I wrote it down. So this is not a fun fact.
It's not fun at all.
Hitler came into power along with the Nazi Party.
Not fun.
In 1933.
Not fun.
Obviously, World War II kicked off in September of 39, so technically part of the 30s. Speaking of Amelia Earhart, other aviation accomplishments, first nonstop flight over the Pacific happened in 1931, which was a 41.5-hour flight. Which, can I just say,
crap, dude.
Look,
41.5 hours?
Here's
That's
one thing that I
longer
will
than-
say.
Like, you could go to Australia and back for that.
How did they have enough fuel?
Well, and again, I don't know how they did it, all that sort of stuff. I'm sure they had plenty of reserves on board and all that sort of stuff, plus multiple pilots who just took shifts and all that sort of stuff. But here's what I will say. As somebody who, like, gets minor anxiety if it's a case of, like, because I've been on a cruise ship multiple times in my life.
Yep.
And when you walk out on deck and you look 360 degrees in every direction and you see nothing but water,
Yep.
I can't imagine what that would be like in a plane and seeing that for hours on end. Like,
oh, dude.
that would be terrifying.
For 40 some hours. Like,
41 and a half hours.
was it solo?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it was just the first nonstop flight.
That'd be terrifying.
In terms of architectural, there we go. I've been drinking. Wonders. The Empire State Building was constructed in 31, and the Golden Gate Bridge opened in 1937. In terms of cool things discovered or invented, the chocolate chip cookie.
What?
Yes, was invented in 1938. That did not exist before 1938, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy crap.
We are less than 100 years since the invention of the chocolate chip cookie.
It took place in Pennsylvania, right?
I did not get that far. I just was looking surface level stuff. But we previewed this earlier in the show, and we'll talk about it again later in the show, I'm sure. Pluto was discovered in 1930 and then subsequently declared not a planet, which is a lie.
It's a godforsaken lie.
That is a godforsaken lie. There are 9 planets in our solar system. You can't convince me otherwise. In terms of books, which I'm sure Hannah will also touch on, key ones were The Hobbit, Mice and Men, Grapes of Wrath.
Oh, Mice and Men.
We mentioned Gone with the Wind, of course. Also, comic book characters, Superman and Batman made their debuts
in the 30s?
Yeah, 1938 for Superman, 1939 for Batman.
Okay.
Other animation stuff, obviously Walt Disney, like he had been doing shorts, but the first full-length animated feature film, Snow White, which was also the highest grossing film ever in the 30s, actually 37.
Oh, okay.
But that was the highest grossing film in the 30s. So even though there were films made after that, like Gone with the Wind, Snow White like kicked the crap out of them in terms of box office. Wizard of Oz, which was mentioned. Also, horror classics like Dracula, Frankenstein, King Kong, all of those came out in the 1930s, which, again, I know they're old. I didn't realize they were that old.
1930s old.
Like the original Dracula and the original Frankenstein in the 30s.
That's pretty insane.
That's wild.
Because we're still remaking those movies.
Correct.
Like, to this day.
Literally a Frankenstein movie just came out.
Yeah. I watched it. It was pretty good.
Hollywood's dead.
Netflix is very live, though.
we did obviously mention the radio dramas. I love this part of history. War of the Worlds broadcasted in 1939, which if you know anything about War of the Worlds, people thought that was a real broadcast.
Yes.
And there were panic in the streets.
Dude, I listened to a podcast. I listened to a podcast about this, and it was from the viewpoint of somebody living in New York City at the time.
Yeah.
and they literally were like getting out of their houses or their apartments and like trying to get out of town.
Yeah.
Because they thought there were aliens coming to the city. Like, oh my God.
Which, and again, just the actual story of War of the Worlds and how, like, it turns out, like, with all alien movies, like, the thing that kills them is water. So it's like, why would you inhabit a planet that's made of mostly water?
Right. 70-something.
Aliens are dumb. But, yeah, like, go Tom Cruise. We'll just put it that way. You already talked about the music. In terms of fashion, exaggerated shoulder pads for both men and women were a big thing.
Yep.
Zippers exploded onto the scene. Got a zipper on my pants right now.
Hats.
Not exploded, though. The zippers didn't explode.
Well,
yeah. But
Okay.
hats, yes.
Yes, hats were a big thing.
Big-
in the 30s.
Big hats.
And this
Talking about the 1930s and Bear Claws comes in.
Maria.
Our planned date for the World Cup.
Damn it.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But then, speaking of exploding, the art of sunburning, aka sun tanning, also became a fad in the 30s. So they called it sunburning. Like, hey, I'm gonna go get a sunburn,
Oh, wow.
not a suntan.
Wow.
But that became a popular fad, was the tan skin and zippers. Famous people that we haven't already talked about, like Babe Ruth, Bobby Jones, all that sort of stuff. All the mob people, you know, Al Capone, all that. Other famous people included Shirley Temple, the Three Stooges, the Marx Brothers, obviously Walt Disney, Alfred Hitchcock, Nat King Cole, Salvador Dali, Frida Kahlo, the unibrow girl, if you don't know who that is. Dizzy Dean, baseball player, Joe DiMaggio, Lou Gehrig, Satchel Paige, who was a great player for the Negro Leagues.
Yep.
And then Jesse Owens kind of started coming into prominence at that point in
And
time.
where did he go to school? Does anybody know? I do.
No, Jesse?
The Ohio State University.
Oh, God.
Boo. Boo.
This lady. So yeah, those were all the like quick fun facts I pulled up on Wikipedia.
Well,
as fast
here's
as I
another
could.
fun fact that I'm surprised that you didn't mention.
Oh, I'm sorry.
In the Uruguay hosts and wins the inaugural FIFA World Cup.
Oh, well,
Ooh.
yes, I saw. The United States didn't win, so it doesn't count.
Seeing how we haven't won yet.
Yeah,
True.
No, yes, there was. The Winter Olympics held in Lake Placid. I think.
Yep.
Did we host
36.
the World Cup in 1936? I think, or
The Olympics?
we hosted the World Cup too. I think.
Oh, was that
Either
would've been
that or that was our highest finish ever, but that's also because there was only like 8 teams. So by default.
So while Hannah looks that up real quick, I just quickly searched for Russell County 1930s.
Oh.
Nice.
So the oil boom was discovered. Well, it started booming. Oil was discovered in the 20s in Russell County, just west of town. Fun fact. That boom kicked off in the 20s that lasted until the 30s. So workers from all over the place, Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, they brought in jobs, economic growth, new businesses, new housing. So honestly, the dirty 30s in the beginning part of the
Decade.
but the Great Depression,
Oh yeah.
like Russell's hit on that was very cushioned. Like we had jobs still, we had oil, we still had money in town. And so fun fact, Russell was like doing somewhat all right during the 30s.
Also, another total sidebar. Sipe and I are both wearing the exact same sweater today.
Yeah, we are.
If you're watching on Twitch.
Yep.
He just has a gray one. I have a blue one.
Yep.
Or navy.
I put it on early this morning. Though,
We even
so,
both wore red underneath.
Yeah. So Mark
kinda
is
funny.
he's matching today. He's matching me today.
Yeah.
Do you have a Russell County hat on though?
I don't know. I have ITM Kansas because I'm a supporter of this podcast, unlike some people.
Well, I'm a leader in the community, so
You shut your mouth. Anyways,
Anyway.
you had some questions about the 30s that you want us to answer.
What was I supposed to be looking for?
World Cup
Yeah,
United States. Did we host or did we just play? I know we played.
I didn't get that far because I got distracted by something else. But it's also something that I can't believe that we on this podcast did not mention.
Okay.
Our favorite golfer won his first Masters in 1937.
Byron Nelson? Lord Byron?
Lord Byron
Okay.
Nelson.
I was going to say, when it was saying famous celebrities, it still only listed Bobby Jones for me. So,
Yeah.
okay, well,
No, I purposely looked up Byron Nelson.
Lord Byron, baby.
Which, when was the Masters started?
I think it was later.
In the 40s?
I think so.
Okay.
I
Won
don't
the
think.
Masters in 1937.
Oh, okay.
Did you miss that part?
Well, no, I heard you say he won.
Byron won the Masters
Byron
in
won
1937?
his first
Okay,
major
I thought the
championship,
Masters was later.
Masters in
Okay.
1937.
You know what? We're not going to look it up this show. Our next show might, maybe a preview,
Yeah.
mid-show here, might be about the Masters.
Next two shows might be about the Masters.
So
Maybe a preview and then a review of the greatest week of the year.
Yeah, there's I've watched a documentary or a short documentary about the Masters, and there's some crazy stuff that I didn't know about it. So I'm really excited about to talk about that.
Love
I
it.
found one more fun thing.
Yes.
For me. The first NCAA basketball championship was held in 1939.
Are you
I'm
serious?
serious.
Who won?
Holy crap!
It does not say, but
Oklahoma.
doubtful.
Sorry, I can't even keep
Hold
it
on.
in.
Can I guess? I'm gonna
Indiana.
say no.
That's my guess.
No. I'm gonna
Kansas.
say
It has to be
no. Even though basketball was invented there, I don't think Kansas was a power until a little later.
Sorry, I have the answer now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, she hates it.
I don't know why,
I don't think she likes it.
but I have a feeling it's like some Ivy League school, like Harvard or something.
I can see where you would think that.
Duke.
Duke's not an Ivy League.
They're a blue blood.
They are blue.
Yeah, blue blood, not an Ivy League.
Okay. I'm sorry. The Oregon Ducks
Really?
were first known as the Oregon Webfoots
Webfoot.
in the 1930s.
And they,
They won the first NCAA basketball national championship
Wow.
of course they did.
in 1939. They were coached by Howard Hobson, and they defeated Ohio State.
No way!
33.
Derek strikes again.
Yes. But the most outstanding
This is the
player was
greatest
from Ohio
podcast
State.
show ever.
Yes. Say what?
The most outstanding player was actually from Ohio State.
Dude,
Wow.
what a full circle moment for this show.
That is so cool.
Derek's team beat Hannah's team in the inaugural March Madness.
Damn it.
Which, by the way, Derek's not here. I was hoping he would be. We never did announce. Derek did win the Pick'em Challenge for football. And currently slated for the March Madness basketball, it comes down to either, I'm not sure if it's my brother or his wife, because it says Ken's bracket, but it's under my brother's name.
Oh, yeah.
So their family or
house.
Alan, I would take third. I'm 10 points behind Alan, and even though we can both earn the same amount of points, I'm 10 points behind, so I can't pass him. So yes, like I think I can technically jump quote unquote into second, but yeah, it is down to either Kendra / Brett or Alan for our March Madness bracket. Thank you all for playing.
Yes.
We will also have a Masters one previewing.
And that's the
Next
one
week.
Hannah wins.
Yeah, that's one
Hannah
always
back-to-back
wins.
champion of the Masters challenge.
We had like 17 in this bracket, did we not? In the
We had a lot.
We had a lot.
we had a
We
lot.
had a good showing this year.
I think it was almost 20, if
Yeah.
it wasn't 20. So thank you guys for, excuse me, for joining
Also,
and playing. And
another
putting your bracket
sidebar,
in.
no matter what, I'm officially, at minimum, a co-champion of the Asti League for the second time, and this would be the 10th anniversary of my first win. So, needless to say, if Arizona beats Michigan, I will be the undisputed champion.
Ooh.
If Michigan beats Arizona, I will be co-champion because my father-in-law will tie me, but he can no longer earn more points because Duke got eliminated.
All
And
right.
if we ever needed to root for Arizona,
Yes.
So we have to have Arizona beat Michigan.
Definitely need Arizona to beat Michigan, which ironically, Michigan is favored in that game by 1.5, which I did not know.
Because they're good this year. Like,
yeah, but Arizona,
Hannah was even like, yeah, they are.
Arizona was like the odds-on favorite to win the whole thing. That's why I'm like, why is Michigan favored?
Yeah.
They're comparing this year's Michigan team to the Fab.
Oh,
wow, really?
Which is
Judas.
Yeah.
That
Brett
means
said
Arizona's
absolutely
really good.
Kendra's bracket. Okay.
All right. So to kick off just a couple more minutes of this 1930s.
We're doing it on time, actually.
I got to ask you guys, if we, again, I love the time machine. If we could go into a time machine, go back to the 30s. And let me put it this way.
You have to come back with me. Where? Back to the future.
Let me put it this way. If we had to live in 5 years, and it can be the first 5 years, the middle 5 years, or the end 5 years. Wait a minute. Right? Oh, yeah, that works.
The
First
30s,
5 years,
huh?
middle 5 years, or end 5 years, the 30s. Wow. Are we thriving, or are we immediately struggling?
Gosh, that's hard. Because the first 5 is immediate aftermath of the stock market crash.
Yep. Great Depression's in
The
full
middle
force.
is the Dust Bowl.
But the ending 5 is entering World War One. Two, yeah. World War II, which I almost think by default I'd have to take the middle 5, but I don't even think I survive that. I really don't.
I'm going with the middle 5. And I would say it depends on where we live, right? If we're here in town, if the time machine had to bring us back to where we are right now, but just in the 30s, I think we're all right.
To be fair, the house I live in was built in the 20s, so I'm good.
You're good.
Shit, I need to go back to Second Street.
I don't have like all the like fancy stuff I do now, but like at least my house is.
Oh no!
I can literally be transported.
My first house was 41, so never mind. I was gonna say
I couldn't live in mine until 1980.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
you guys can come live with me.
So think of that though. Like think of your neighborhood in the 30s.
Yeah, it is nothing probably.
It's either a field or it was a bunch of shanties, more than likely. Like because you're right off of the main drag, because the main drag was still the main drag of Old 40 going through town. So, I would like to think that, like in Russell, the three of us, if like again we had a time machine that we hopped in right over there, and it just brought us into the 30s in the same spot. I think the three of us are going to survive. I think the three of us are going to find our way. We're personable enough that we're going to be like, holy crap, dude, it's 1930s, let's go. Wait a minute, we need to survive. We got 5 years right now in the 30s. We can't change too much, all right? We're just going to fit in.
Yeah, we can't change anything. That's against the rules of time machine.
You got to fit in. I think we could do it.
You know what I think would ultimately, and Lord forgive me, what would work for us? Because Hannah is a preacher and has knowledge of all that stuff, but she can't do anything because she's a woman.
Right.
Yep.
I obviously have like, you know, the mouth and my own like career choice. Mm-hmm. You are very good with financials, construction, like all that sort of stuff.
Building stuff.
I feel like we as a unit could essentially become like a parish staff of like the local church. And then when people are tithing,
we're sucking up some money.
Oh my God.
Controversy in the parish.
Look, all we have to do is just get until the 5th year.
Look,
and then
guys,
after the 5th year,
we need $1,000 to fix this roof. Really, we only need 200. But we gotta make a living.
it's all going back to the church after we're done, though. Like we're
It's
leaving in
all
5
going
years.
back.
We're leaving in 5 years.
We will pay you back. We will pay you back in 90 years. 90 years on the dot. I will write a check. But honestly, if we had to survive,
we would make it work.
we are the heralds of good news.
Yeah, we know this.
And look, people are desperate. They're searching for answers.
Yeah.
Like,
You know
what
what?
do we do? Who do you turn to? Jesus.
Also,
And we're there.
Or oil. I know like 4 different oil wells in town. I'll be like, drill right here. Give me $1,000 and you'll hit oil.
And also, the United Methodist Church, while not fully formed until 1968, they did have women pastors as early as the 1700s. So,
Wow.
Holy crap.
Okay.
Damn.
John Wesley's mother was also a preacher. So,
Well,
In the United States?
looks like I'm going to be Methodist for the 30s. Yep, that girl right there, she's the preacher. I'm just here to spark up interest in the youth. Sorry, the Utes.
The Utes.
Yeah. Y-U-T-E-S. The Utes.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
another drink, please.
Am I riling you up over
A
there?
little bit.
All right. Here's another good thing to think about. So, if the time machine did not take us back right here to Russell, Kansas, would you rather live on a farm, struggling, or live in a crowded city with no jobs?
Thank you.
God,
That's rough. That's
that
tough.
is rough. I mean, I think either way, you have that sense of community. So whether it's your neighbor who lives a mile down the road on their piece of land, you're struggling together, or whether it's your neighbor, 4 feet to the left of you in your crowded New York City apartment building, you're all struggling. God,
It's
I
just
don't know.
tough. It's really tough.
I feel like the crime would scare me a little more for the big city, but I also feel like there would be, for me, more of an opportunity to be the, kind of cunning.
the gangster.
No, not gangster, but just
Give me all
kind
your money.
kind of the cunning, like, again, like what can I do for you to, whatever. And yeah, maybe it's not all moral all the time, but I feel like at least the opportunity to find a way would be a little easier for me there.
Like there's more resources.
Right.
We could be Bible swindlers, like in the movie Paper Moon.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Travel from the big city out to the small. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out
Great movie, by the way.
Wilson, Kansas.
Yeah.
Just made me think of that.
Yeah, that which was also in the 30s. Wilson Lake is in that. I think for me, it's tough because both of them had it really hard in the 30s, both city and the country.
I mean, even if you're out here, nothing's growing.
Right.
So it's like you're literally just eating dust.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Like
think,
at least in the city, cannibalism.
Jesus. I think I would go rural, and it's just because somebody's growing something, like whether it's an animal, something like there's going to be something to eat. Where in the city, like that, it's going to be pretty sparse,
This
right?
could take a turn into Depression era recipes, which we're not going to get into.
Right.
But
Which there
because-
were some few really good ones.
Like vinegar pie,
Yep.
fake apple pie. things
Yes.
Like that.
Yep.
So
I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was coming back around to cannibalism.
and as far as where I would be, it would depend, honestly, I think, on if I was married or not.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yep. All right. Last one. You wake up in a dust storm. What is your first move? What do you do?
Put my face in my shirt.
Solid.
You would probably see if the towels had dried that were on the window and wet them again to keep the dust out.
Ooh. So when I read this, I'm thinking literally like I'm out in a field. I would find a house.
You said you wake up. I assumed in my bed.
I know.
Right?
I know. Like what I was thinking of was like I'm like we get in the time machine and we just like and you're in a dust storm. Like shit. I need to find a house. You know what I mean? Like,
All right, that makes a little bit more sense.
that's
you
where
also
mine was
can't
going.
see anything.
No.
Like, oh.
Yeah. Like
Awful.
like I
You want
think
to talk about whiteout with like a winter storm? Like,
Yeah.
you want to talk about brownout?
Blackout, brownout.
Oh.
and this is gonna hurt too because it's just
Yeah.
soil and rocks and everything else
Can't
hitting
even
ya.
breathe,
Yeah.
man. Cool.
Yeah. So I think your choice was probably the best, to be honest. Find your shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not suffocate.
No.
All right. That's all the stuff I had of like what would you do type of conversation. Hannah, did you have anything else?
No, I
No?
like I said, we could go many different ways, but
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
good.
Okay. Mark, anything else on the 30s?
30s are depressing. That yeah, I'd rather talk about like cool things like science and fiction and science fiction.
And the things that we don't know yet. And topic number 3. I haven't hit the wrong button at all. This is
To
great.
be fair, I do like that you started using, like, you started with the thumb and then you were like, nope, I've learned my lesson. I need a smaller finger. So
I got
you
a
grab
pencil,
a
dude.
pencil.
I haven't hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
So, talk about in topic number 3 here. Dude, we did something historic. All right. At least that's what all the newspapers are going to say. I think it is historic, don't you guys?
Yeah.
It's the most historical event that nobody probably realized or understood was happening.
Yes.
But once you brought it to my attention,
Yeah.
it does make me sit there and think like, man, when was the last time like something like this happened?
Yes.
And also, not only that, but look, today could have started and ended in tragedy.
Yes.
Hello, Columbia.
Yes.
Hello, Challenger. Yeah.
Or,
Yes.
Yeah, like that's what I mean is it. I'm just happy that so far things are going well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie. Even once I knew they were up and going fine, my immediate next thought was like, well, Apollo 13 also happened.
Yep.
So like there's still just a lot that could turn this into a
Tragedy.
historic moment for the wrong reasons.
Yep.
But I do like the fact that this is something we are still investing into, even though a lot of people probably do feel like it's a waste of, time, money, resources, all that
Yep.
sort of stuff. It's like, no, like we have to remember.
By the
And
way, I want
this-
to stop real quick. We're talking about Artemis 2. It launched today
Yes.
at 5:35 Central Time, 6:35 Eastern Time, and it's the first manned mission that we are going to go into outer space, like deep outer space, not just low Earth orbit. So, first manned mission, we're going to go around the moon to the dark side. Ooh, dark side of the moon, and
Pink Floyd.
the furthest ever we have had men away from Earth is what I read also.
Right.
Because, and I think it has to do because of the distance from the moon that we're going to be on the backside of the moon. There was one Apollo mission that came closer. It was on the backside of the moon, but it came closer to the backside of the moon. So this one is planned to be further away
Sure.
on the outside of the moon, so or backside. So it's going to be the furthest way that humans have ever been away from Earth,
Right.
which is crazy.
2 hours ago, engineers have confirmed that the Orion spacecraft is communicating with the Deep Space Network, and for the first time in over 50 years, we're receiving a signal, a
She's been drinking.
signal from a spacecraft carrying humans toward the moon.
Yes,
There you go.
So
that's huge.
it's still everything's.
We're still
okay.
Right.
mission go. Awesome.
And so that's kind of the thing is like, I do think people, yes, they might look at this as a complete waste. Like, what's the point of this other than just saying we can still do this type of a thing? But I do think it is a good lesson of how focused are we on, and I'm just as guilty of this. Like, I'm clearly, I didn't even know this was happening until you brought it up. I'm somebody that's not really paying attention to the conflict overseas, even though it literally is affecting two of my family members. Shout out to Justin and Nick, who are serving in the armed forces, who are literally in like the thick of things over there. Like, we don't know if they're going to come home. Like, we're praying, we're hoping, but like, it's not immediately concerning me. And so therefore, like, I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah.
And that's just
Door
the
shut.
nature of the world we currently live in. But even beyond that, I do think we are so conditioned to what is happening yeah, in our hand, in our home, in our town, in our country, whatever is the only thing that, we should be thinking about. And it's like, there is literally an entire universe out there with mysteries and unanswered questions and all sorts of stuff left to be explored. And yeah, like, am I expecting some grand revelation from them going and doing that? No, but it's like, we should be looking up from our phone screens and coming together as, again, not just a nation, but as a world, and saying, look, this is still something worth exploring.
Yes.
This is something, and the other part of it too is the danger involved of like, why would you not just send a machine that's not risking a human life?
Right.
Like,
so, fun fact, Artemis 1,
okay, there you go.
which happened in November of 2022. I had to look this up. I didn't even know that this happened.
Great.
Okay. Artemis 1, same exact SLS, same exact mission, same exact everything, but without humans. We went and sent the same exact thing around the backside of the moon in 2022 without any humans, and we remotely controlled everything back to back to Earth. Successful mission, and everything else. Again, the fact that we didn't know about it just blows me away.
Yeah.
On Artemis 1, Artemis 2. The whole reason I even heard about it was I was going through a YouTube thing back in January, like at the end of January, and they're like, by the way, Artemis 2 is going to be launching in February. And I was like, holy crap. And so I started following a little bit further. And the day that they were supposed to launch, like 24 hours, 48, I don't remember how early before, but they canceled it because of weather. And I was like, we were about to just send 4 people up to the moon, like not on the moon, but like around the moon, and nobody knew about it. Like this was the first I heard about it.
Right.
And so I've been patiently waiting to bring it up because I knew it was like, I just wanted to wait and see, like, our news networks are going to pick it up. No, Iran happened. And then like, okay, well that happened. Our news networks are going to pick it up this week. And literally until yesterday was the first time I saw it on any news network.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder what the hell is going on. And then today was, I think, the first time on like a major news network that they were like, oh, by the way, we have a special thing happening today for humans for the first time since 53 years ago.
Yeah.
Are going to go out into space. And by the way, on this mission, there's a lot of firsts that are happening. I'm scrolling through my notes right now. So there's 4 people. The commander is going to be Reed Wiseman, or is. The pilot is Victor Glover. The mission specialist is Christina Cook. Mission specialist is Jeremy Hansen. So a couple of cool things about this. It's the first woman to travel to the moon. And again, they're not going on the moon, but they're going around the moon. So
I was going to say, where's
Christina
all the women's rights people like talking about that right now?
And there's nothing on the news right now, which is crazy.
No, we're still focused on Kim K and what she's doing. And
or Taylor, right? And so Christina Cook is going to be the first woman to go out into high Earth orbit, right? Outside of Earth's orbit, deep space. She's also going to be the first woman to be around the moon. There's the first black astronaut going to the moon, which is
there you go.
Victor Glover. Again, not in the news.
Yep.
And the first non-American going beyond low Earth orbit, which is Jeremy Hansen, and he's from Canada. And yet, again, like, this is historic.
Yeah,
and nobody's talking about it.
That's
like
crazy.
Not until literally 2 hours before, where I saw people finally posting stuff on Facebook, and it's like, why?
Yeah,
I don't understand this.
That's nuts.
Why? And so to give a little bit of the mission, it's going to be a 10-day mission. 2 days of it's going to be just going around the elliptical orbit of the moon. They're going to keep that elliptical motion so that they can slingshot essentially around the Earth and then go around the moon once. They're going to get within maybe 1,000 kilometers, which is about 600 miles, but there's also been some different reports on that. It might be as far as 6,000 miles. But the whole thing, when they come back, it's going to take 4 days to get there after they start their trajectory, go around it once, come back. And this is really just a test flight for Artemis 3, which is going to be testing some of that same slingshot, but I think Artemis 3 is going to be mostly testing what is the right word? Mating is not the right word, but like testing a mission critical piece to be able to land on the moon. But part of it is their shuttle or their whatever this thing that they're in right now is going to have to meet up with another ship, lock in, and then everybody's going to have to transfer out of theirs to go into the other one and then go down to the moon. Right. And so the Artemis 3 is going to be testing that. And what's crazy about this even is that the next spaceship or the next thing, the next car, if you will, that takes them down to the moon is going to be more than likely not NASA built. It's going to be either SpaceX, or it could even be another company that's competing right now, Blue Origin or something like that, which is crazy, right? Like we're all of a sudden, this space race is starting to become a thing again. With like we haven't sent anybody out into like deep space since the 70s, and then all of a sudden we're gonna do that, and then now we're gonna like have literally independent companies that are going to build ships to then transport people from the Earth to the moon and then down to the lunar. Like, dude, it's wild.
I'm not going to lie. Like, and granted, and I'll let you do your spiel in a minute.
Yes.
But I love the idea, because we were talking about as we kicked off the podcast and the internet wasn't working so good. But I do truly love the idea of someone like holding a cell phone on the moon and like taking a selfie or recording a video, and even being in the spaceship, like as they come around the moon and you get to see Earth again. Like, I love the idea of, you want to talk about viral moments. Like, people may not be talking about this right now today.
Yep.
But I'm telling you right now, the second that video goes live.
Yes.
It's going to be the most watched clip of all time.
Yes.
And that's kind of one of those things is, and this is why even earlier when you were like, when you sent the message of like history's being made like at the podcast tonight or whatever, I was like, what are you talking about? And then you showed clips of like the rocket being launched and all that sort of stuff. And it's like, if you, like this should be a celebration by humanity as a whole.
Yep.
Because of, again, like multiple nations being involved. Like, yes, it's all North America, but like U.S. and Canada. So it's not just a U.S. feat. Women all around the world. Anybody of ethnic color, regardless of what color that is. It's like someone not a white man is going up there.
Yeah.
Like, this should be celebrated universally. And like you said, the fact that it didn't even get traction until like 24 hours ago.
I have no idea why.
That does blow my mind.
I have no idea why.
When you type in Artemis 2, like it's got the top stories. So like 27 minutes ago, CNN, 43 minutes ago, the New York Times talking about the launch being live. Like, this is 30 minutes ago. Chris and I watched it live at 5:30.
Yeah.
Hours
ago.
When it happened.
Yeah.
It is now 11:27.
Yes.
I mean, why is it just now
that's
making
wild.
the news?
So again, like, this is a feat. Don't get me wrong. I will say that if Artemis 3 is the test and Artemis 4 is like the real run, like, that Artemis 4, like, because I also assume that will be live streamed and broadcast because we do have the technology now to do that.
Yep.
That, like, the idea of having, like, again, a first-person camera of someone walking on the moon, like I'm literally getting goosebumps right now.
Yeah.
Thinking about that.
Unreal.
And Artemis 3 and 4 missions, which are to land humans on the surface of the moon.
Oh, 3 sending humans too?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Okay, so this mission, Artemis 2, will not land on the moon. It is a 10-day crewed test flight designed to orbit the moon and test the systems before doing a flyby, before returning to Earth. And then it says, this mission sets the stage for Artemis 3 and 4 missions to land humans on the surface, expected around 2027 to 2028.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
go.
like next year.
So the picture I took, Mark, and you can see it. You see Butker underneath it. It was of this earlier on the NBC News, and so who knows where they're getting their information. And I don't mean that as a dig to NBC, but I'm just saying what they said was Artemis 3 was launch of mid-2027, and the mission is crew test of lunar lander in low Earth orbit. And then Artemis 4 was launch expected early 2028, which would be the first Artemis lunar landing.
Okay.
So I don't know if, and that was because I also read.
So 3 is the testing of moving from one ship to the landing ship and then probably landing that ship on Earth.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, early 2028, you mean to tell me I'm going to be watching live like
video footage,
like meta quest
yes,
like footage of someone walking on the moon?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, and this was also news to me because I read the same stuff you did with Artemis 3 was supposed to be landing on the moon.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if literally this, like the news not breaking was because like SpaceX and Blue Origin are getting involved and like, and they want to test their stuff before we actually send somebody to the moon, like on the moon again. Which, how crazy is this talk right now? We're like, I literally watched a sci-fi video or a whole
This is
series.
probably what people sound like in the 70s. We're going to land
I know
a person
on the moon.
on the moon in outer space 10 days away.
And so like
5 days away, whatever.
there's I didn't do enough research preparing for this tonight, but there's a series on on Apple TV right now that is literally all of this that we're talking about. I feel like I'm in like some sort of weird like
Twilight Zone.
yes, because in the series, and I watched the whole damn thing. We go to it was if the Soviet Union would have got to the moon before we did, and so Soviets land on the moon before we did. It's like an alternate reality sci-fi.
Right.
We then land after they do, and then we started colonizing the moon, right? And then on the moon, we find out that there's ice on the moon, which means that there's water. We also talk about helium-3 that was on the moon. That now, like in the show, they were literally like mining helium-3 as a mineral to then use as a fuel to ship back to the Earth as a resource, right? Today, as I'm watching on NBC, the dude that I used to watch on freaking Snapchat NBC stories, he's like a newscaster now, like mind blown in that way. But he's talking about helium-3 being mined off of the lunar surface and what that means financially for us on Earth as a fuel. And then he starts talking about water. And I'm like, dude, I feel like I just already seen this on Apple literally last year. Like, what are we doing? Because at the end of that series, they go to freaking Mars. What are we talking about right now?
Yeah.
Making a lunar base on the moon
Yep.
to then have a stop so we can have fuel and that we can have a gateway to Mars.
Which,
We're talking
I mean,
about that in real life like it actually can happen.
to also be fair, like I think wherever they say the trajectory is like to even get to Mars is still like a 9-month trip or something ridiculous
I think
like
it's
that.
like 3 years.
Or maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, it's
But like the
something
point
stupid.
is like 10 days compared to 9 months is like astronomical.
Yes.
That like,
Yeah.
it almost doesn't even make sense of why stop at the moon? Like, why not just load up while you're on Earth?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah.
If we're going to send a death sentence
Where you gotta get out to pee.
Yeah, just let's just keep going.
So here's some interesting information about the living conditions.
Oh, they're brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is 4 astronauts in a compact 330 cubic foot open concept space, which is roughly the equivalent to 2 minivans.
Oh my God.
So 4 adults in 2 of your minivans.
Yep.
Okay, but there's a bathroom on board now.
No.
Yes.
Well, yes. Hold on. They will sleep in sleeping bags attached to the cabin walls, experiencing a hammock-like sleep in microgravity.
Which is crazy.
There is strict stowage management, a privacy curtain toilet, a small kitchenette, and the wall-mounted sleeping bags. They have rehydratable and thermostabilized food by using a compact hot plate, which I have more information on the food I found earlier also. The limited privacy requiring a camping-like lifestyle where space is managed compactly, and then a flywheel device which allows for rowing and squats to keep in shape.
Yeah, so and that's just one piece of equipment too. Yeah. So it's a board-mounted rowing machine that they stand on, and they do like full body workouts, and they have to do it to keep their bone density up, which is
because if they don't, then
it's in zero gravity. Yeah, and they'll lose a boatload, which is just crazy.
So then they shared.
And again, this is only in 10 days.
Yes, in 10 days, dude.
And they have 189 unique menu items. There's more than 10 types of beverages. They have coffee, green tea, a mango peach smoothie, chocolate breakfast drink, vanilla breakfast drink, lemonade, apple cider, pineapple drink, cocoa, and strawberry breakfast drink.
No Dr. Pepper.
No Dr. Pepper.
Which is bullshit.
How did Pepsi not get in on
I know,
this?
Right?
Coke.
They have
Prime.
The arms race. Oh my God. Logan
Paul's like, hey, I want that on the space shuttle.
SpaceX. I call dibs. Everything Prime.
They have tortillas, wheat bread, vegetable quiche, breakfast sausage, couscous with nuts, mango salad, granola with blueberries, almonds, cashews, barbecue beef brisket, broccoli au gratin, spicy green beans, macaroni and cheese, tropical fruit salad, butternut squash, and cauliflower. There are 5 different hot sauces flying around. It takes 43 cups of coffee to power the Artemis crew.
Which seems light, to be honest.
I would need probably 43 just myself.
Until Matt Damon is on that ship making potatoes out of his own shit.
I don't believe it.
Then they also have maple syrup, chocolate spread, peanut butter, hot sauce, spicy mustard, strawberry jam, honey, cinnamon, and almond butter. And there are 5 Canadian products and 58 tortillas.
I just got to ask where the maple syrup's from.
I was going to say, all the Canadian products are just maple syrup.
From his buddy. Hey, do you want to make a few $100,000? We really need some syrup on this ship. Oh, my goodness.
You know what's good on those couscous? Canadian maple syrup. Hey?
I just want to know how you add water to syrup to dehydrate it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not. So, yes, I am blown away with the minimal amount of coverage that this has gotten.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I wish we had a button, and we're just going to press a random button right now.
What a weird button to press.
I like that one because I'm talking about how freaking excited I am about this, right? That button just represented me putting on my tinfoil hat.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Are you ready?
All right.
Here we go.
Settle back.
What is today, Mark?
April 1st.
Today's April 1st, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hannah?
April 1st.
Have we ever, as a country, manipulated a bunch of people ever? Because it's better to hide money, or it's better to do a social justice, or it's better to do a coup, right? Maybe, possibly. Okay. How funny would it be as the American government to be like, you know what? We just started a war with Iran. We need something to put everybody's focus on something else. We have a president right now that is talking about we won the war 15 times since we started this war. I don't understand where he's coming from. I love my president, but he's a little bit off the rails with his Twitter right now. Okay? And I am still calling it Twitter. It's not X.
It's not X.
Okay?
It's not X.
It's always going to be Twitter.
Tweet, motherfucker.
The other thing, did we land on the moon back in 1969? I don't know.
I like that you didn't even give me a chance
don't
to
know.
respond.
Hollywood studios were really bad back then, but I think they were good enough to pull this off. Okay? The reason we have not been talking about Artemis 2 with sending 4 people, 1 person of color, 1 woman, 1 Canadian, and then a pilot out to outer space until literally Monday is because today is April 1st. Why not make everybody believe in something that is not happening on the biggest and grandest April Fool's joke ever, but without everybody ever realizing it? Okay? It's a really good way to just hide $100 billion. Really good way. Another really good way to hide $100 billion
You've been spending too much time on the internet.
is that we can have all this CGI. Oh, forget CGI. We have AI now. We have AI. We can recreate faces. We can recreate entire worlds. All we have to do is just make sure that everybody has the same feed from different angles. Oh, and this rabbit that you're talking about on the screen earlier on the live feed,
Rabbit.
it's on a black screen, right? We see no stars. There's no stars out in space. What? We see stars here on Earth. What the hell is going on right now? Was this all just a big fake? Is this all to try to get humanity just to focus on one thing for right now instead of what's actually going on? Where worlds are starting to collide, where, God forbid, timelines are starting to mesh, where we're missing time, where the Matrix is starting to look more and more real. What the hell? What the hell? You know? Now, what's even better is this is going to take 10 days, right? What's happening in a week from now?
The Masters.
The Masters. The greatest golfing experience on Earth.
Yep.
You know what also makes the Masters a lot of money?
Bryson hitting the ball into space.
Bryson hitting space bombs, dude. Are we going to see the first Bryson ball on the Earth, on the moon, when these guys go across the backside of the moon at 6,000 feet? Are we going to see Bryson's ball? Who knows? I bet we will. You know what's even crazier? The Masters has gotten so big that they're making $120 million in 1 week in the city of Augusta,
Georgia.
Mm-hmm. You know what's also in Georgia? Trump supporters. Trump supporters are the worst, you know? Trump supporters, I tell you, they're making too much money, which is keeping the psychopath in office right now. We need to have something right now that we can distract everybody away from the Masters making so much money. $120 million is way too much in 1 week. So we're gonna hoax it all.
I cannot wait to see the Opus clips of this.
NASA has so much AI. They made it so believable for me to watch it on both of these screens right now. I believed it. I believed it so much. But I really know the real reason. I know the real reason.
Sit to sell Oscar Mayer wieners.
I know. Tiger Woods
Oh, God.
is an AI.
No.
Tiger Woods is not human. He has shown it in every single way of his whole entire career since he was 3 years old, and his dad was making him hit golf balls out in the garage. It's BS. That didn't happen. He's an AI. He's robotic. Robotics are around us right now, guys. The lizard people are real. Don't believe everything that you see right now. It's all a conspiracy.
Show history.
It's all a conspiracy.
I mean, it does explain how he was able to roll his car and walk away with no injuries.
My hat's off. What happened? What was that? What was that? Why do I,
Dude, you blacked out.
why do I have something in the back of my neck right now?
You blacked out.
Did I say Twitter?
You did.
I didn't say X?
You did.
Dude, Elon is in my head right now. Oh my God.
I don't even know how to close this show.
What? We're on. This is the. Yeah, we're okay. We're still on ITM. Okay.
Yeah. Episode 3, season 10.
Episode 3, season 10. Okay.
Anna and I cannot contain ourselves.
Are we good, guys? Do you have anything to add?
There is nothing that can follow that. Please close us out.
All right, guys.
Just go.
Hannah says yes. She's good. All right. Thank you guys for listening to season 10, episode 3 of In the Middle podcast. Guys, we've been really excited for you guys to listen to us. Continue listening to us. We're going to be back next week and preview for the Masters. So we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
No way. We landed on the moon. We landed on the moon.
I don't know how you keep a straight face.
Dude,
I
the
have
fact that you have had that plan for however long and executed it flawlessly without breaking. I think that's what I was so impressed by. Was like, dude, he is committing to this bit. This is like Daniel Day-Lewis method acting commitment.
Like, literally, it hurts right here.
dude. So
Oh my God.
I have a confession.
Is it that you don't believe a word you just fucking said?
Yes, yeah, dude. All the conspiracies are out the door, but I'm fascinated.
God.
I'm fascinated with conspiracy theories, and so, like, I'm not shitting you. Probably for like the last 4 or 5 years, like every conspiracy theory that pops up, like I just dive deep and I like, holy shit, this is stupid. But like I'm just infatuated by it. Like I just keep going and going.
Away. Yeah.
And so, like I had the whole tinfoil hat going on, just for like the setup of like the first moon landing was fake, and then this one is just so much better, right? But then, like, I know so many conspiracy theories that I just
you just started tying them all in.
I just kept tying them in.
So good.
I kept rolling with it.
I'm legit not kidding. That might be my favorite moment in show history.
That was so much fun to
Sipes
do.
random conspiracy theory rant.
Oh, it was so fun. That was good. So, Farrahfloss,
Just fantastic.
I apologize.
I just have to do one of these.
Yeah, thank you.
Very well done.
So yeah, to your point though, right? Big rocket launch to get to the go check on moon's asshole. I think you mentioned something before, like you forgot about it or you didn't know about it, and then you saw my random ass Facebook post about it, and we're like, yeah, I need to look into this. That's my whole point though. And like, I'm not saying that it's a conspiracy. I'm just wondering why the hell, as a country, as a world, we haven't talked about this. Is it because of, was it Columbus that blew up? What was it? Challenger. The Challenger that blew up? Was it because of the Challenger or why we didn't like publicize this like crazily? Like, why didn't we?
I don't know. Although to be fair, like, I will say we live in and we kind of brought it up of like, if this turns bad, this will become like national news. And
Right.
like, that's literally part of the basis of the Apollo 13 like movie with like Tom Hanks and all that. It's like, no one gave a crap about Apollo 13 because it was like, yeah, we've been there, done that. Like, who cares that you're orbiting the moon? Like,
Right.
You're not landing on it, so who cares?
Right.
And it wasn't until everything went bad that it became a national news story.
Exactly.
And so it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you would think that if this launch is happening, in the event that it goes bad, you would want to be the station that's broadcasting it.
Right.
Now, granted, I'm sure the way it was actually filmed, so to speak, was, camera one's your news anchors. Camera two is, whatever, the stuff going on in Iran. Camera three is the launch, but we're not even broadcasting that. But if suddenly there's an explosion, we immediately, all right, camera one, we're about to shift to camera three, anchor go. Like, and so it was probably like at the ready for all the news stations, but no one actually broadcast it because everything was fine, and everybody fine is boring.
Yep. To your point, what news station didn't have it at all?
Cake didn't have it.
Cake, yeah.
I turned it to there first.
Jake's not there anymore. That's why.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Jake would have been all over
Jake's
this.
Yeah.
Cake would have definitely.
Even though he
given it
does sports.
whatever.
He'd been like, dude, why is nobody talking about this?
Oh, Farrah Floss, if you were still in the chat, by the way, I'm going to just break this news to you now. I have learned, sadly, that the first 2 games of the United States' 3 group stage games, the first one, I will be driving back from One Bread, One Cup. I will literally have to stream it in the car with my high school kids.
Unacceptable.
And then game 2, which is the Australia game, which if this game was at 8 p.m. like game 1, this probably wouldn't be an issue. But it's at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I will be on the way back from Minneapolis from a conference that I'm going to with Deacon Bill.
Yeah, you're going to have to quit.
And
You're just gonna have to get a new job.
well,
Yeah,
no.
quit your job now.
So here's my honest to God, like this will happen. And I don't care if I'm on the plane and supposed to be in airplane mode, all that sort of crap. I will Discord call in from the plane, and I expect you guys to be live streaming it like we did the football game the one time where we were watching it all together with like people in the chat. Like I will watch the game live with you guys. I just won't be physically present in the room.
Right.
But yes, I want to watch this as I'm
Together.
inevitably flying,
Yeah.
across the Midwest from Minneapolis to, here's the other part is I'm actually not positive. So we are flying out of Hayes, but I don't know if we're like flying to Kansas City or Chicago and then Minneapolis or like how that, I'm not sure. But odds are I will be on a plane during the
Australia game.
U.S.-Australia game. But I will stream it because I am not missing this. And me and my high school kids had a really good talk about why the World Cup is awesome. And some of the high school kids are just like, what are you talking about? Golf's like the most boring thing. And there was a group of us that were like, soccer. There was a group of us that were like, no, you don't know the World Cup.
Leave now.
Yeah. We were very like, absolutely not. We will not take this slander. So, Farrah Floss, we will watch the World Cup together. It just might not be in the way that I wanted to watch the World Cup together with you. But yes, I will be on a plane.
I have the winning lottery ticket in my pocket right now, so.
Okay.
All right.
Although,
It goes. Does it go tonight?
hold on. If you have the winning lottery ticket in your pocket,
Yeah.
instead of me flying on a commercial flight back from Minneapolis,
Right.
you get me a private jet that leaves immediately at like noon when I'm released from my conference, and I'm back in time, landing at the Russell Airport.
Call Taylor. Call Travis. Get it taken care of.
Yeah.
Damn. Not even one.
Shit. Sorry, Bear Blast. We'll
never
try
mind.
again next time.
Yeah, next week. Yeah.
How awesome would that have been, though? And not even recording, just like, oh
Yeah.
my God, guys.
Stop the stream. Stop the. We're not. I can't record this.
Yeah.
We're done. No, that would have been awesome. Didn't happen. I did not even get one number off the Powerball.
However, I will be here for game 3.
But that just means.
And we don't even know who we're playing yet because that's a playing game team. So for all I know, it's going to be like Italy or something and they whoop our ass. But No, my first one I will stream in the car. I'll probably be around Kansas City, roughly the time that game goes live.
What dates are we talking about again?
June.
Moment.
They're both on the Friday. Hold on.
But it's in June, right?
Yeah. June 12th, 19th, and then 26th. All Fridays. And actually, I'm not sure that's true. I don't know if the 26th is right. That one might be like the 25th or something.
Italy did not make it in.
But definitely the 12th and the 19th because I'm traveling home on both of those days. So,
hey, the 26th is a pretty good day. I'll be playing golf in Salina on a Friday with Father.
Daryl.
Father Daryl.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Have a good time with that one.
It's gonna be good.
I mainly, truthfully, I want to know if he's like actually as good at golf as he says.
He's not. I played with him on Midnight.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, see, that was the thing. Is like as he was talking to you and like, well, I've won. It's like, did you win because you had good partners?
Yes.
Or did you win because like you're actually a good golfer? Because if I were a betting man, my guess is you're like the TJ of the group. Sorry, TJ. And I say this with love, but like considering how good we did at the VFW tournament, that like we damn near won the entire thing.
Yep.
Like finished 2 strokes behind the overall champion. Like even Nick was like, yeah, as long as I've known TJ, he's never played well. Like he's here for the vibes. And I was just like, oh, well, like I always thought like TJ would like hit a shot or two. And he's like, yeah, a shot or two. He's like, the team we've assembled now, we're a good quality team where like all of us are contributing multiple shots.
Yep.
Like, and so, yeah, that was kind of my thought. It's like, I wonder if Father Daryl's like that. Man, I just don't know what's wrong with me today. Like, normally I play so much better than this.
Yeah, I think like
I've had an elbow issue lately.
I think short range and then probably putting. Like he'll be pretty solid.
Yeah.
But I think it's more one of those like, let me get a good group of guys and then let's go win this thing.
I mean, granted, like if he can grandpa golf it and it's just straight 100 yards every time, like okay, great. Like yeah, I can do a lot with that.
What's cool about this tournament though, it's a fundraiser for Sacred Heart in Salina. It's $200 a person.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was
gonna say, are you getting sponsored?
It's a tax write-off.
Okay.
So you can claim that you donated.
I can't even itemize my taxes. So
yeah, and
I
so
don't make enough.
So we'll be able to do that, and then if we win money on top of that, which I don't think the pot's gonna be very big, but I mean, shoot, even if you get $100 but there's also a dinner the night before on Thursday night. So I don't know. It's gonna be a fun one. I've never played the Salina Country Club.
I've never done the country club.
Yeah, so. Which that's where it's at. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, there you
go.
Yeah. Dude, I can't believe Italy didn't get in. Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
All right. Dude, they missed like the last like 2 or 3 World Cups.
Eee. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna text you a movie that I want you to watch with Reese, or Reese to watch at least.
Okay. Is this a pole vaulting?
Yeah, it is. And it's Mondo Duplantis, who's the current.
Yeah. I'll watch that.
Current world record holder.
I know. He's awesome.
Yeah. And I saw this video being made, or this movie being made like a year or 2 ago, and then I was like, well, I'm not going to go pay for it. It's free right now on the Olympics.com channel.
Oh, sure.
And so you can watch it for free, and there was no ads or anything. But it's a documentary of his life from when he was like a kid all the way until like high school, junior, senior year.
I was going to say, Reese likes the documentaries.
Dude, it's unreal. It's an hour and a half.
Can I ask you 2 quick questions?
Yeah.
One, how many jumpers you have this year?
Dude, a lot.
Really? Okay.
So high school, we have Reese, and then I think 3 or 4 different girls, maybe 5.
Oh, Reese isn't the only guy?
Yeah, he's only a high school guy. But then middle school.
But didn't you have like 3 or 4 guys last year?
No. Well, we started the year out with, I think, 3, and Reese is the only one that stuck around.
All right. Well,
one of them didn't have his grades up, and the other one was he went out.
all right.
And then middle school, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 girls and 3 guys so far. So I have quite a few.
Well, what I was going to suggest is sometimes, because I'm dad and dad's not always as cool as coach or uncle, that...
Oh, we do a movie night?
If you wanted to also rewatch this movie and say, hey, Reese, like, I'd like to watch this with you as your pole vaulting coach, but, like, I would happily watch this too because don't get me wrong, like, am I really all that interested in pole vault? No, but I, like, having watched the Olympics and having watched that record-breaking vault, like, it'd be like watching the Tiger Woods documentary of like, this kid's literally hitting golf balls in his garage at 3 years old. Like, I want to see this kid's upbringing to being the greatest pole vaulter in humanity.
It's like, and it's wild. I will tell you, there's some cuss words and whatnot, but nothing's like
Reese
crazy.
is old enough now. I'm not worried about that.
There's nothing crazy in it.
As long as it's not like graphic sex. Like,
no.
I'm really not all that worried.
None of that.
He's old enough.
But like, I wanted to watch it with my boys right now because like they're interested in pole vault and all that. And then I think I might still be able to watch it. It's just one of those things. It's like, I want them to look up to Mondo as like a superstar, right? Like because he is. But I also don't want them to look at him like, oh, well, he could say F to his dad all the time.
Sure.
And his dad just like shrugged it off. And I was like, I don't want that for my 8 and 6-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably still a little too young and impressionable. I do think like once you hit a certain age, you can almost, because we've done this with Reese before too, with watching certain movies of like, hey, look, like, there's some language in here that isn't really appropriate. Obviously, we don't use that language. However, like, you also have to understand like the circumstances of like either this person was under immense stress, and so this was,
which to be fair,
right? Like
Mondo was in.
But again, your kids wouldn't be able to understand that conversation at this point in time.
Yeah.
But like once Elliot's like 10, 11, 12. Even if you're not wild about the language, you could still be like, hey, look, like, you've heard mom and I like say what the fuck before, right? Like, yeah, like, of course, dad. And it's just like, okay, well, like, we don't do that because we just like throwing around the F-bomb, but like sometimes like life's hard and
it slips.
Sometimes like, it slips or it makes you feel a little better or, whatever. When you watch this, like, I don't, because like I do, like, even the like Last Dance documentary with like Michael Jordan, like I understood that he was like competitive as shit, but like when Larry Bird is getting inducted like into the Hall of Fame and Michael Jordan walks over, yo bitch, fuck you. I'm just like, damn, Michael, like, dude, this is one of the greatest days of his life and you're over here like just dogging his ass. But like that was the nature of their competition,
and it
like,
still was.
Yeah And it's just like, dude, I don't care if we're on the golf course, I don't care if we're on the basketball court, I don't care if we're in the poker room, like I will beat you. And even though we are friends and I love you like a brother, yo bitch, fuck you. Like, and it's just like, okay,
dude, I forgot to mention I played in the Russell Masters last weekend.
What?
Yeah. So I got a random ass text message from Chase Prester, like 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And I honestly didn't know if I was going to be able to play with him because I traveled all last week. And I was like, dude, you're literally asking me to travel all the week and then play in a golf tournament starting at 10 a.m. on Saturday for 18, and then play again on Sunday for 18 holes at 10 a.m. It's like, that's a big ask. And I was like, I'll talk to Rachel about it. I don't know if I'll be able to. And Rachel graciously was like, yeah, go play. And I was like, all right, perfect. Dude, it was an experience. So normally what they've done in the past was like it started out 3 years ago, and they played with like maybe 6 people, and it was mostly just Chase and a few of his buddies. And then it kind of grew the next year to Chase and a couple of his in-laws, or soon to be in-laws. And then last year it grew to, I think, 8 or 9. And this year they're like, we really want to make a push to invite more, but not to get it out of hand yet. Like, we want to make sure that we can kind of stress test this tournament, and then make sure that we have everything under control. And so this year they opened up the field to 18. And so I was lucky enough to get a text and an invite, and $30 a play, and then there were some skins and stuff involved that you could enter into, and then there was a couple other side bets and whatnot. I played like shit. Saturday was 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Right.
I shot a 93 on the day. I shot a 46, 47.
Mm-hmm. Those are like my scores.
Right. Which there was a lot of wind, but I still was just not playing very well. I missed a lot of putts because that's the other thing. There's no give-me's. It's a legit, like, it's a tournament. Like, you're playing your own ball all the way to the hole. And so Sunday, I'm like, well, look, with my handicap, I could potentially, if I shoot, 2 really low scores, if I shoot in the 80s, like, I could damn near win this thing. I go out on Saturday, the first 9, and I started off good, bogey, whatever 2 is. I parred it, maybe bogeyed, I don't know. Parred 3, going to 4, and I hit a decent drive, I hit a decent 3-wood, and I'm like 200 out, or 185 out with a crazy ass north wind. So I hit my 4 hybrid, which is like my 200 club.
Right.
And I pull it left, and when I hit it up in the air, dude, it just shot left. Like, it didn't just like kind of draw left. It shot left, went across the road.
Oh.
And I'm like, shit. So I lost the ball on my 3rd shot, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll just come pull it out on the path that it went out. I'll drop there, lose a stroke. So I'll be hitting 6 to the green, right? Lost 4, dropped 5, hit 6. Or no, sorry, lost 3, dropped 4, hit 5.
Right.
Onto the green. I'll bogey it. I'll still be good. And we go back to the rules, because I asked the question. I was like, well, do I just drop from over here, or where do I drop? Mm-hmm. And what the rules stated, that I could either come back into the field of play on the line and lose 2 strokes.
Oh.
Or I could go back to the ball and lose the distance plus the stroke. And I was like, well, yeah, I would do that. And then I hit it on the green, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm on in 7 now, or whatever it was, 6. I ended up getting an 8 on that hole, and I was like, shit, no big deal, triple bogey, I can make it out. And then I went par, and then, dude, you'll love this, on 6, it was from like 110 yards, and I hit my not my gap wedge, but my freaking 54 degree. Mm. And I get it up, make it on the green. I'm stoked. Putt for birdie, but it's like a 20-foot putt. I 4-putted for a double bogey.
By the way, the hole locations have continued to be rough.
Dude, they're so bad.
I don't know what they're
so
doing,
bad.
but like they are all on ridges and like just in the worst possible locations this year.
7, I lost not 1, but 2 balls to the water.
Yep.
I shot a 9 on 7.
So what you're telling me is I would have, even with the win, potentially beat you.
Yes.
On this
I shot a 50 on the front 9 on Sunday. I'm like, all right, no big deal. Like, first 9's over and done with. It's a brand new 9. I smoked a cigarette on the turn.
Yes.
I was like, you know what? I'm not going to eat. I'm going to smoke a cigarette. I'm going to get back into this like it's a whole new day.
Yep.
I went bogey, which is good, on first hole.
Yep.
I went par, which is good, on the second hole. I shot a 3.
Yeah.
And then on 4, I birdied it. Okay. So I'm back to even.
Okay.
Because on 3, it's a par 4.
Right.
I made my putt. I had a huge drive, put it to like 10 foot, made the putt, got birdie, went to 4 on the back 9, hit the longest drive, second longest drive of my life on 4. I was 30 yards away from against the wind. I was shooting against the wind. It was a south wind. Hit the second longest drive I've ever had on 5. Dude, I found the slot. I barely swung. It hit the center of the club, like launched off the ball or off the club head.
Okay.
And I was 30 yards away from the cart path. And so I hit a 3-wood to like 50 foot or 50 yards, chipped up right off the green, chipped back on. And I bogeyed that hole. So I'm like, dude, bogey on this hole on this day was like perfect.
Right.
So I'm 1 over after 4 holes. Right? Bogey, par, birdie, bogey.
Right.
1 over. Go to 5. Bogey it again. So I'm like, all right, no big deal. 2 off. I'm 2 over. Go to 6. I par it. Awesome. Pick it up. So I'm still 2 over after 6. Go to 7. Oh man, it hurts me. I had a good drive right down the middle against the wind again. My second shot, I pulled it left. It was an 8-iron from like 135 yards out. Pulled it left. It went behind a tree directly in line with the and the tree was only like 6 foot tall. I was so pissed off. And so I ended up trying to chip underneath it. Anyway, double bogeyed that hole. Go to 8. So doubled. So I'm 4 over after 6. That's still really good track for me. All I need to do, par or bogey on 8, and the rest is smooth sailing. I'm scoring way better than 100, right? And 17's green isn't all the way over where it should be. It's still on this side of the bridge.
Right. Yeah.
I hit in the water. Like, no big deal. I'll club up. Same shot. Second one in the water. Shit.
Bro.
No big deal. JP comes by. There's a lot of water out there, Sipe. I was like, fuck you, JP. And I'm like, whatever. And my third shot, I just muscled over, barely got it over the water. I mischipped, got it to the side of the green, 3-putted for a 10.
On a par 3.
So I went from 4 over to now 11 over.
Yeah.
And I bogeyed the last hole. I had a chance at par, which would have won me part of a skin. And I shot a 40, was it a 47? No. Yeah, I shot a 97. Yeah, 47 on the back 9. Where I should have shot a 41. I was so pissed.
Yep.
But that's golf.
Yep. That's golf.
But like throughout the whole day, it was just fun. Just we didn't really get to interact with a bunch of different groups or anything, which I was kind of disappointed on. Like that's the whole point of like going out on a tournament is to interact with other groups. But it was really cool to play your own ball all the way to the hole and like play real golf.
So you just have like 4 per hole?
So first day, I was with a group of 3. So it was me, Alex Winholtz, and Jarrett Savlonic. And then on the second day, I played with just another 2. It was John Cross and Mike Rohr.
Okay.
And so there were some foursomes out there, but I was never a part.
But it was very like definitely single, like almost high school style golf.
It was very much like a singles tournament golf. And that was fun. Like that's the part of golf that like I've only played in one other singles tournament like that, where like it was very rule based, very strict, very like, and we kept each other with it. You know what I mean?
Accountable.
Yeah. And I think that's what I liked about it the most was like, that was a true golf outing, like true to the tee, from tee to tee. And that's where it was fun to be in that type of competitive mode, but it made me realize like I need to prepare for that though too. Like going out and scrambling or messing around on the golf course.
See,
like,
and I think that's the thing that I almost learned last year because like one, I did have the built-in excuse of like I broke my elbows. So like it's like I love golf. I can sometimes be good at it, but like do not expect anything out of me. Like if I hit a good shot, great. If I'm terrible all day, I'm the vibes guy.
Yeah.
But I do think last year did at least open up the desire for me to say like, and granted, like it, not that I win money very often, especially depending on who I partner up with. But last year did kind of open up me to saying like, man, I do kind of want to play as many scramble tournaments as I can.
Yes.
And even if it's not strictly in Russell, like I'd love to go to Ellsworth and play as scramble. I'd love to go to Ellis and play as scramble. Like I would like to be the guy people call and say like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? You got $50? Like, and going and trying my luck with whoever. Cause even if you get the third flight, you do that 1 or 2 times in a season, like you got your money back.
Your money ahead,
essentially.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of my thing that I, really want to do this year. And especially because those 2 trips that I mentioned, those are the only 2 summer trips I'm taking.
Yep.
So like, as long as it's not falling on like Danny's wedding weekend or like things like that, I will be essentially a free agent, and it will be like, hey, if you're interested, like and honestly, I'm not even classifying myself as a double bogey golfer anymore. I'm like a bogey and a half.
Yes.
Like I'm either good for a bogey or I'm good for a double bogey.
Yep.
And that's not to say I never get pars or never get birdies, but it's like if I play this hole straight up, if it's a hole I'm good at, I will bogey it.
Yep.
If it's a hole like hole 4, which I like, that is a distance hole and that's not my game, safe to assume I'm double bogeying.
Yep.
But like, if people are like, okay, like we could use somebody who's good, 140 and in, call me.
Yep. And that's
if you're looking for a driver, don't call me.
And that's where this tournament showed my weaknesses right now was there's no fluffing the ball at all. Like on scrambles, like you can kind of move your ball to get a better lie.
Yep.
Like anything in the fairway, the rule in this tournament was if it was in the fairway and we know that they're not mowing right now, like if it's in a bad patch of grass in the fairway, you can move it within a club's distance away.
Sure.
But rough is played as the lies.
Fuck that, bro.
And dude,
that would be tough.
I had some horrible lies in the rough.
Because it's chunky right now.
Yes. And like on 8, right? Or 17, I had a bare spot that my ball landed in a huge tuft of grass right in front of it.
Yep.
And when I went to go chip it, I was chipping well. And when I went to go chip it, I hit exactly how I was supposed to, but my club hit the
bottom of the tuft
grass, and it turned my club face all the way forward and stopped it.
Yep.
And so it went literally like 4 feet onto the green, and I was like, golly, like
we need to go out too sometime soon.
Yeah.
So I almost called you the other week. It was a really nice day, but it was one of those where like I needed to play like, not that you're not interested in playing fast, but I was like, I need to try to like get this in like an hour.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so
speed golf.
I didn't want to like rush you down there and then rush you out of there. And then the other day was like, it was like 90, 5 degrees.
Run to the
like,
cart.
She probably won't be interested.
Yeah. So needless to say though, I am really excited about this golf season. I do honestly feel like my swing is at a point where it's never been. Like I feel really good about my swing, and now it's just getting everything else to align with it. So
I am full blown. I either play great and I'm shooting mid 40s, or I play terrible and it's like glad I'm not keeping score.
Yep.
There is no in between.
Yeah.
No, there is no more like I shot a 49, 50, 51 and it's like, oh, like that was an okay round. It's like, no, it's I played great or this is a practice round.
Yep.
And we're going to try shit.
And that's where like I'm really excited about this year though. Like I think my golf game's going to take a turn for the better.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've worked it up to this point where like at first I just played a lot of golf kind of crappily to where I got comfortable with the swing. And then like now for the last 4 years, I've been trying to change my swing. I'm finally to the point where I think I know enough about my swing now that it's actually making difference on the course, which is like mind blowing to me. So.
Oh, and I meant to mention this on the podcast, but yeah, I sent you the Snapchats of me going into the creek, or not like actually in the creek, but like
hole 2.
I have all of those balls now in my trunk.
Yes.
And so what I did is, I pulled everything out of my bag, which golf balls, like I didn't feel like my bag was like very full. It's crazy how much lighter that thing is, taking everything out of there. That truthfully now, I'm just going to keep that box in my like thing.
Yep.
And my mentality is essentially going to be like, because I know I'm not going to lose like a ball per hole. Like that's not where I'm at now. But it's basically going to be like, if I'm playing 9, I'm grabbing 10 balls and throwing them into my thing.
Yep.
And hopefully I don't lose all 10 because otherwise my day's done.
How many Pro V1s you get?
None.
No Pro V1s?
No Pro V1s.
Oh, man. I was going to say, I'll probably pay a couple bucks a ball for those, but
no, I got some. Honestly, I will say, first of all,
did you find any of your personalized ones?
Well, so
14.
No, I kept waiting for the Mark's birthday ball to pop up on the red ones, but yeah, none of them were it. I don't play with the Chiefs ones because I'm too scared to lose them. They'll never get touched.
Right.
yeah.
But now, granted, it would not shock me if some of those balls were truly mine that I now have gotten back. The best one, though, there was a ball that had like a rose on it.
Yep.
And so, like, I sent that Snapchat video of like, oh, like, here's like, 5 Callaways. Here's like this, blah, blah, blah. And I sent that to Derek, and he's like, hey, did that rose one say like Happy Mother's Day? Or, like, I don't remember what the like thing was. Yeah. I was just like, yes. He goes, bought those for Dana.
Got your ball bag.
So, yeah, Derek, here you go. Whoop, this one's for free. You already paid for it. There's no reason for me to charge you. All I did was retrieve it.
Yep.
But no, I did get a handful that are like balls that I would be. I call them tournament balls.
Yeah.
Like they're ones that are cool enough that I would use in a tournament.
Yep.
I will say none of the ones I got were like overtly special.
Yeah.
Like there was none that I picked up and was like, oh damn, like this ball.
One of them that you turned over though, I'm pretty sure said Nuss on it.
Possibly.
And there's a senior this year that started playing golf.
Oh.
Played, yeah, a couple years ago. That he's terrible, and I gave him crap because he should have been in track, but instead he went to go play golf. And
why are you giving the guy crap for playing
because
golf?
I'm a track coach. That's why. And so I told him he could do both, and I would go play golf with him on the weekends to be his coach. And he's like, "No, I'm not playing, or I'm not running track anyway." I saw him at the golf course that night, and he made mention something about, or I made mention something about. I'm pretty sure we found one of your balls in over in the creek and on hole 2. He was like, "Did it say Nuss on it?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That was mine."
No, my favorite one was the one with the happy face on it because there was like 2 or 3 of those. I was just like, man, this guy had a bad day.
Yeah, he's trying to draw a face on it that's just trying to make him happy, and it's not working still because he's hitting in the water. It's rough.
It was.
A friend of mine from Glen Elder just posted today that her son, I think he's a junior, hit a 163-yard hole-in-one.
Oh, damn.
Bastard.
Lucky son of a gun.
I haven't done it yet.
Golfer's dream and Hudson
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
I'm legit gonna have a crisis on my hands the day I first hit my hole in one. Because I've always told myself, like, do I just end it there? End it on a high note? I'm done. Like, I retire from golf. I sell my clubs. I'm done with golf. I never swing another club.
Can I fix that immediately for you?
I don't know if I want to though. Okay, go. Damn it.
What if it's not your only hole in one?
God. But I ended the game on the best shot ever.
I know.
I could be happy. Done.
But what if
golf was a thing? It was done and it's not a thing.
But what if
I made it not a thing? I made it not a thing. Actually, if that would have happened 5 years ago, it could have been.
I'm gonna do this right now.
But my swing's better now. I'm invested. My kids play golf.
Your boys love golf. Quality time with your dad.
Okay.
Yeah. Damn it.
You ready?
Yep.
Tiger Woods, greatest golfer of all time. In his lifetime, according to AI Overview on Google, 20 hole-in-ones in his career. 20.
That's a lot.
Now, hold on.
That is so much.
Hold on. 3 of which have come during the PGA Tour competitions. So the vast majority of his have probably come in the form of practice rounds.
Holy smokes.
Or his fucking
amateur or
virtual golf.
No, I don't think he hit one in TGL.
Well, no, but I'm saying like if he's practicing on a virtual screen, like stuff like that.
I don't think those are counting on
but
that.
So here's the deal. Greatest player ever has hit 20.
Yep.
So like it seems bizarre to say like, dude, what if you got 5 in you?
No.
Right. Like because if the greatest player ever has only 4 times the amount that you will hit,
not happening.
But I would also argue most hole-in-ones, like if we're really, really being honest with ourselves,
it's just luck.
It's luck.
It's all luck.
And so if you are somebody who has 5 in you, do you want to just stop at that one?
I think I would be happy with it if that was the decision. You know?
Never golf again?
Yeah, because we could what if to death. It's a lot of time out there. But the time for me now. But think of all
the good times you would have even playing shit golf.
And seeing that's the thing of where if you'd asked me 5 years ago, absolutely, I would have quit right after I would have been on top. I'm done. But golf has turned it more into like time with my boys, memories made on the course.
Jeez.
Like, it's turned into more stuff. What's
fun fact? Robert Allenby and Hal Sutton hold the record for most hole-in-ones in PGA Tour tournament play since 1983, both with 10
hole-in-ones.
Again, Tiger has 3.
Wow.
In tournament play. They have 10.
Damn.
Most hole-in-ones.
I'm getting tired, dude.
Ever. No, me too. And then this says Norman Manley holds the absolute record with 59 documented hole-in-ones in his lifetime.
59?
59. Again, Tiger has 20. And again, I have no idea who this Norman Manley guy is.
Was he playing putt-putt courses?
Hold on.
What the what?
Yeah, I don't know. But he holds the world record. So again, this guy, Tiger has 20. This guy is 3 times the amount of Tiger Woods, and we don't know who he is.
Or
What if you, Chris Sipe, have 20 hole-in-ones in your career left before you?
That would be pretty good.
But you stop at 1.
It'd be a pretty good flex. And like my grandkids would be like, oh yeah, my granddad at 75 hit his 21st hole-in-one to beat Tiger.
Which, to be fair, Tiger shot his first hole-in-one at age 6.
Hey, All I have to do is just hit more hole-in-ones at older ages.
All I would do is just go stand on the tee box of 6 and start swinging.
You documented that, right?
Yeah. That one went in. That one went in.
All right. Thank you guys for watching our stream of season 10, episode 3. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Oh, shit. Wrong one.
Oh, you started recording?
I need that one.